There's a 2-hour delay.
Yeah, the 2-hour delay sometimes can be
Yeah.
just a big pain in the backside because some folks drop their kids off and then they go right into the office.
Yes.
Or go to work, whatever the case may be. When that 2-hour delay hits, it's almost like, you know what? Little Johnny's going to stay home today.
Well, and of course I'm selfish and it's all about me, so I'm just worried about what I have to go through. I dropped my kid off at 10:30, headed straight into work, baby.
So it seems like everything should be back to normal tomorrow. No snow, no ice expected for the next couple of days. Just ridiculous cold weather. Like some nasty wind chills we're talking about. Negative 15 wind chills.
Maybe another 2-hour delay tomorrow?
I don't know. Sometimes they'll give you that 2-hour delay for the kids that have to wait at the bus stops. You know, they'll give them 2 extra hours for maybe the sun to come up a little bit.
That's discrimination right there. If you don't have to wait at the bus stop and you have to be at school on time, that's a bunch of... Oh, man, no, I'm looking in the morning like bus stop time, 11 degrees.
That's regular temperature, right?
Regular temperature, 7 a.m., 11 degrees.
So you're probably thinking wind chill factor, probably around 15. Is it still called the wind chill factor? Because I hear a lot of people doing the feels like.
Feels like or indices or something like that? Does that
heat indices
that's what I'm
in the
thinking of.
summer.
Heat indices.
Yes, but the feels like temperature.
No, I'm looking at the app on my phone right now. I know I should be looking at the Wish TV radar. I understand.
Marcus Bailey's going to break your legs.
He is. I'm sorry, Marcus, if you're listening right now, but 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, looking like 11 degrees, and it doesn't give the feels like temperature or anything. That's just what it's supposed to be, 11. So, I don't know. Pray for another 2-hour delay.
What about on Friday? Because I'm hearing rumor, I'm hearing scuttlebutt. There could be another round of snow coming through on Friday.
That would be just my luck.
Friday afternoon.
I'm traveling with the family for a couple days on Friday. Doing just
a couple rare days off for Big Nige.
Yeah, rare. Yeah, I see what you did there. It would be just my luck if the flights got canceled on a Friday, especially after 2 rounds of cancellations last October for 2 different hurricanes during fall break.
But you know what?
Whoa,
for bragging about the 2-hour delay and not giving a damn about everybody else, I hope your flight gets canceled.
Okay.
I hope you have to drive. Get in the family truckster
Fair enough.
and drive down to Florida. Man, we've got some news in the world of big tech and censorship. Allison, cue up the band. Nige, I'm old enough to remember when Facebook and Zucker Nerd basically admitted to being willing participants in the corrupt FBI's efforts to censor posts leading up to the 2020 election about Hunter Biden.
Not only that, but also any sort of COVID post, any sort of questioning the narrative, any sort of posting stories about studies if masks are effective, anything like that. A lot of suppression going on in Facebook around that time period.
Let's jump in the old hot tub time machine and go back to when Zucker Nerd sat down with Joe Rogan and talked about how the feds came in and basically asked them to censor stuff, and Zuckerberg just kind of shrugged his shoulders and said, okay.
I mean, basically, the background here is the FBI, I think, basically came to us, some folks on our team. It was like, hey, just so you know, like, you should be on high alert. There was we thought that there was a lot of Russian propaganda in the 2016 election. We have it on notice that basically there's about to be some kind of dump of that's similar to that. So just be vigilant. So fewer people saw it than would have otherwise. So it definitely...
By what percentage?
I don't know off the top of my head, but it's meaningful. Hey, look, if the FBI, which I still view as a legitimate institution in this country, it's a very professional law enforcement, they come to us and tell us that we need to be on guard about something, then I want to take that seriously.
Okay.
And that was, of course, the big Hunter Biden laptop story that the New York Post posted, and immediately the feds jumped in to save the Joe Biden campaign and have that story removed from online, and anybody that shared it you were either kicked off of social media, you were hit with some sort of restriction, and you heard the big nerd himself right there. It was significant.
The thing you have to understand about the FBI is you're talking about the upper echelons, the leaders, the leadership, the very top of the FBI knew that Hunter Biden laptop story was legit. They knew it wasn't Russian propaganda, yet they went to Zuckernerd and they went to other social media platforms and said, hey, here's what's coming. You best do something about it. So it's not like they were caught off guard. Oh, we didn't know what this was. Oh, that we thought this was one thing, but it turned out to be legit. No, they knew. You look at court documents, you look at testimony, you look at committee hearings. The FBI knew that the Hunter Biden laptop story was legit.
Well, after a landslide election where Donald Trump won every swing state and even the popular vote for those who get off on that kind of thing, Zuckernerd has seen the light, Nige. All of a sudden, he is just a bastion of free speech. He can't get enough of free speech. He puts out this 5-minute video today talking about how Facebook is going to be removing those third-party fact checkers that suspended people like us, maybe people like you, and replacing them with something similar to what X is doing, community notes. Here's a little bit from the $1 Billion Nerd.
We're going to get back to our roots and focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our policies, and restoring free expression on our platforms. More specifically, we're going to get rid of fact checkers and replace them with community notes similar to X, starting in the U.S.
So we like what a competition is doing. We're going to copy what they're doing. I see that Elon Musk is it's somewhat of a heightened position in life right now, not only in terms of his career, but politically. Yeah, I think I like doing that better. I don't trust Zuckernerd as far as I can throw him. And with my bad knee, I shouldn't be throwing anybody, Ed. But I don't trust, I don't believe him, but he's a smart guy. Let's not get it twisted, as you would say, Hammer.
Right.
Zuckerberg is a smart guy. I understand what he's doing. I don't know that I believe him fully, but it does make sense to see how much, you'd look at him and see how much success Elon is having.
Right.
In terms of his career and profile and politics-wise. Why wouldn't you do the same thing?
That's a great point. Elon has kind of catapulted himself up to a position where
a different level, yeah. A different level.
He's telling politicians what to do now. So that's something different, but I'm with you. This guy has been a weasel from the very beginning. And now all of a sudden, because Trump wins in this landslide, elections have consequences. He thinks, well, you know what? Can we just forget about that whole kicking you off and censorship thing? Like, do you know how much money Zuckerberg has cost just you and I, Nige, in terms of web hits and things like that for, digital purposes?
And the thing is, with our Hammer and Nigel Facebook account, we still don't know why we were throttled.
Right. We went from getting thousands of likes at a time, because there's like 22,000 something people, I don't know, I haven't checked it in a while, that like the Hammer and Nigel Facebook page. And then for a while there, I could post the winning guaranteed lottery numbers and 3 or 4 people would see it. 3 or 4 likes, and that's it. So, yeah, I'm with you 100%. And, oh, by the way, Dana White, who's like the biggest MAGA Trump ally in the world, is joining the Meta board of directors. So, yeah, this is the biggest elections have consequences 180 I've seen in a while. All right, Matt Baer is out. Mike Priest is in. What's up, Mike?
Well, we got a couple of issues out there to start the afternoon. On Meridian, there is a crash with injuries reported just south of 465 on the north side. If you're on the north side of 465 itself, eastbound, slow past Keystone to the 69 interchange. 65 and 70 so far looking okay. This report is sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Book your custom patio project before March 1st and save up to $2,500. Big enough to service, small enough to care. I'm Mike Priest. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
All right, right now it's 29 cloudy skies here at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Coming up here in just about 15 minutes, our pal Jeff Boggs will be in studio.
Not Kenny Rogers.
Always fun when he's here, brings the funny, brings the energy. One of our favorites, he'll be in studio. But up next, man, no good deed goes unpunished.
Oh.
Kind of. We'll talk about that, and we're going to have a little contest that involves producer Allison. That's all on the way. This is the Hammer and Nigel Show.
1500 Gun and Knife Show is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. For hunting, sporting, and personal protection gear, visit the Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show.
The holidays are over, and the new year is here, making it the perfect time to think about the future. More specifically, it's the perfect time to think about your financial future. Right now, Howard Bailey Financial is offering a free retirement toolkit, a comprehensive guide designed to help you plan, save, and jumpstart the retirement you deserve. To get your free copy today, text FUTURE to 888-262-1104 and download your free retirement toolkit. Start 2025 off with a gift to yourself, filled with all the tools you need to plan for a positive and purpose-filled future. Just text FUTURE to 888-262-1104 to start planning today. Make this new year your year to invest in yourself and secure a brighter tomorrow, starting today. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man. High five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, bike shop.
Yeah. It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messelthorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Hey guys, it's Rob for Universal Windows Direct. Right now, what an amazing deal going on. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. That's right. For every 2 windows you buy, you'll get the next 2 more absolutely free. That's right. For every 2 windows you buy, you'll get the next 2 more absolutely free with no limit and 36 months of no interest financing. That's 3 years to pay for your windows without a single cent of interest. Plus, if you've already received a quote from another company, bring it to Universal Windows Direct and they'll beat it. That's their commitment to giving you the best quality and value for your home. Now, some restrictions might apply, so call Universal Windows Direct today at 317-659-7574, 317-659-7574 to get all the details and schedule your free in-home estimate. Or visit universalwindowsdirect.com. universalwindowsdirect.com. 317-659-7574. Tell them Rob sent you.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Tune in Saturdays 9 to 1 for the Home and Garden Show for advice and fun, brought to you by Michaelis. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
All right, help me out here, Hammer. Who's the bad guy here? Because this story about the guy in St. Louis. This guy helped free a stranger's car.
Yes.
After it got stuck in the snow.
That is correct.
Guy helped get a stranger's car out of the snow on Sunday, but then pulled a gun and demanded their keys.
Correct.
So the guy that was helping the stranded dude is the assailant here?
Correct.
Okay.
But
okay.
He demanded the keys. He did not steal the car. but he was still arrested. So there's a lot of mysterious things going on here. So guy gets stuck in the snow. Big winter storm, right? Guy gets stuck in the snow. It happens. What you think is a good Samaritan comes by, pulls over.
Yes.
Hey, buddy, let me help you get you out of there.
Okay.
Helps get him out of there, and then says, oh, by the way, pulls a gun out and says, give me your keys.
Got it.
So the dude's like, here, take my keys. But the guy takes the keys, doesn't really do anything with the car, and takes off. Now, that guy is wanted. The police believe they know who it is, but they have not made an arrest yet.
So two things here. It used to be I see somebody stranded on the side of the road, and then I've heard all these horror stories about you pull over to help somebody stranded on the side of the road, and it's really some sort of trap. It's a trap to get you. So you're robbed, and they'll steal your car and your wallet. All of a sudden, you're the one stranded on the side of the road after getting assaulted. So you're telling me this guy needed help, and somebody went to help him, and then ended up robbing him.
Right.
So I'm not going to help people when I see them stranded on the side of the road because of this story, and I'm not going to accept help if indeed somebody comes to help me and I'm stranded. Does that make sense?
It does.
It's screwed. We're all screwed.
Now, hear me out here. If you were the dude that was stranded in the snow, and this guy helps get you out of the snow, points a gun at you, takes your keys, but doesn't steal your car, are you happy that he helped you out of the snow? Because you can always get new keys, right? Like maybe you've got an extra pair of keys at home. It would have been a bitch getting out of the snow embankment, but he got you out. He did the hard part. The easy part was just giving him the keys.
No, I tell you why. Because my keychain looks like Kramer's keychain in Seinfeld when they all had to give back their keys.
Right.
And they all had to like Kramer was coming over way too much to Jerry's house, and he demanded his keys back, but Kramer wanted his keys back. And if you remember Kramer's keychain, it was a giant metal circle with 100 keys on it.
Looked like a janitor, like a high school janitor.
Exactly. That's what my keys look like. It would be a BITCH to replace all those keys.
Fair enough.
I would not be happy. I would not feel lucky or not feel relief that he only got away with the keys and not my car, because I don't know what I'd be lost. I'd be lost without all those. All those keys have a function.
So you've got Kramer's set of keys.
Yes.
I've got Costanza's wallet.
I see. Yes. Oh, trust me. Do I see it?
Now, this is about as small as it's been in a while.
You have more cow here than you do here.
Right.
That's impressive.
This is as small as it's been.
Oh, I know. I've seen the progression of the Hammer wallet throughout the years.
There used to be some candy in there at some point, I think, like rock candy.
Get some Werther's Originals in there.
Speaking of sweets, Krispy Kreme. I believe there's an official Krispy Kreme restaurant up on the north side now. Because sometimes you can go into a gas station, like Speedway or something, and they have like Krispy Kreme donuts there. Yeah. But if you want them hot, right off that conveyor belt, there's a restaurant up, I think off of 86 near Castleton Mall. They are rolling out Pop-Tart donuts. Pop-Tarts on top of donuts. Wilford Brimley, your thoughts?
Diabetes, 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 diabetes testing supplies.
It's the little bite-sized versions of the Pop-Tarts that they sell in the pouches, but they put them on top of donuts, and it's frosted strawberry, chocolate fudge, or brown sugar cinnamon, all on top of an awesome Krispy Kreme donut that also has strawberry filling.
It's a beautiful thing. I'm actually tearing up.
Would you still put butter on that? Would you, Big Nige, be willing to put butter on the Pop-Tart and the donut?
There's been times in my life where I've taken steps to become extra unhealthy.
It's been a goal to become extra unhealthy.
Putting butter on a Krispy Kreme donut, even though it's got a Pop-Tart taste to it, that's next level. That's going over. Now I've drawn the line.
That's going too far. I'm in. You sweet bastard, I'm in. You get me the butter, I will put it on the Krispy Kreme donut and the Pop-Tart.
Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? It's so frickin' good. Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? If you haven't, then I think you should.
Nigel, if you're looking for a reason to drink tonight, happy 77th birthday to Kenny Loggins.
No way.
You saw him live, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw him 20 years ago or so at Jeff Samuelian's wedding reception.
Jeff Samuelian hired Kenny Loggins to be the wedding band.
And McDonald.
Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald.
It's a whole Yacht Rock review.
Yes, the owner of this building, previous owner of this radio station.
Former Seattle Mariners owner, Jeff Samuelian.
Yes. Yes, so I've seen him live.
Did he play all the hits?
Yeah, of course he did. Yeah, it was like an acoustic thing.
Right. Did he do a Danger Zone acoustic? Like Highway to the Danger Zone on the acoustic guitar?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, it was top shelf open bar, and it was a large, in terms of square footage, it was a large area. But I got over to watch a lot of the concert. Yeah, but I'm assuming he did. Of course he would do that.
From what you remember, there was an acoustic Danger Zone. All right. So, producer Allison, I have put together a 7-song montage of Kenny Loggins' hits.
Okay.
The over-under is set at 5.5 on how many I think you know. So, Big Nige, do you think Allison knows 6 or more of these songs, or 5 or less?
5 or less.
5 or less.
5 or less.
Okay, how do you think you feel going into this, Allison?
Usually I can have a good gauge. This one, I don't know. I think I'm going to go under.
Honor system, right?
Absolutely.
You just have to tell us if you've heard of it or not.
Correct.
You don't have to say the name of it.
Gotcha.
Shot is on the line. We've got some Woodford Reserve here in studio. Shot is on the line. So if Nige, you say under, you get this correct, you get the shot, or you can pass it to a friend.
Okay.
But if you miss it, then Allison gets it, or she can pass it to me.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Cue it up.
Yes, of course.
1 for 1.
Yes.
Okay, 2 for 2.
And it's all because your mom dancing, your daddy don't rock.
I don't think so.
Uh-oh.
Make no mistake where you are.
I don't think so.
Uh-oh.
No.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
How have you heard of it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So,
Can I just say something?
yes.
I thought this whole time I was thinking of Kenny Rogers. And I was like,
come on, Allison!
Make this whole
As I
thing.
heard the Danger Zone, I was like, oh, this isn't the same guy.
Allison!
I was so thrown off. Oh, my gosh.
Nigel won anyway, but if you did, I would take it away and I would strip it right now.
It's like he didn't sing with Dolly Parton.
Oh.
I won. I will let you do the honors over there, Hammer. You got the Woodford Reserve. Go ahead and take a swig off that thing.
For both Kennys.
She thought it was Kenny Rogers.
Not Kenny Rogers is coming up
right.
next. This is the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Wealth-changing question. Has your advisor created a portfolio based only on your age and risk tolerance? That's simply not good enough. Your money deserves better, and so do you. At Creative Planning, our private wealth managers learn about you first, and then they create a customized plan and portfolio by partnering with our in-house money managers, accountants, and attorneys. Don't settle for a standard portfolio. Book your free meeting today at creativeplanning.com. Creative Planning, a richer way to wealth.
Join Mark Patrick Seminars and lose the weight guaranteed. Early bird special only $49.99. Hypnosis to destroy unwanted cravings, late day eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating. Also, stop smoking with Mark Patrick without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Seminars January 23rd at the Holiday Inn Express in Noblesville. Weight loss seminar 5:30, stop smoking seminar at 8. And January 25th at the Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Weight loss seminar 11 a.m., stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
One of the real advantages that we have here at Hendricks is the scope of the services that we have to offer in orthopedics.
Whether they have a hip fracture or they're a high-functioning athlete, we're all working towards the same thing.
To have them be able to have an elective surgery safely and then go home, also in a safe fashion, is of utmost importance.
We very much want everyone to get back to doing everything that they were doing beforehand. We're really invested in it.
Unstoppable orthopedic care. Learn more at hendricks.org/ortho.
Brian Regan.
My doctor looked at me and said, "Brian, you are way too sedentary." So I vowed in that moment to get a dictionary.
Brian Regan live on stage.
But I haven't gotten around to it, just been laying around the house. There's a lying around the house.
This Thursday night at Clues Memorial Hall. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com or the venue box office. Don't miss Brian Regan.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
There could be more. Cloudy and 26 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Your radar is clear. Low tonight drops down to 11. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 3:32. After more than a foot of snow in some parts of central Indiana, you could be getting some more later in the week.
And there's still some uncertainty about where that system will track as well and how strong it'll be. Bottom line is we're not expecting anything like we did with this previous system.
Mike Kosh with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says temperatures are going to stay well below freezing for the next few days, too. President Joe Biden has spoken with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau not long after his decision to resign as Canada's leader. Here's Fox's Gernal Scott.
President Biden, in a White House statement, reflected on his working relationship with Prime Minister Trudeau, saying the U.S. will find no better ally or partner. In a conversation Monday, President Biden said he expressed appreciation for Trudeau's stance with the U.S. on critical issues, such as the war in Ukraine, climate change, and a global pandemic. Biden added the optimism Trudeau has governed with has made the U.S.-Canada alliance stronger, and he is grateful for that. Trudeau became prime minister in November 2015, while Biden was Barack Obama's vice president. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Donald Trump wants to do what now?
We're going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which has a beautiful ring that covers a lot of territory. The Gulf of America. What a beautiful name.
Talking at a news conference today, Marjorie Taylor Greene already said she wants to introduce the legislation as soon as possible to change the name. And students can get an inside look at how laws get reviewed and passed at the Indiana State House through what's called the Indiana House Page Program.
This program offers a unique chance to better understand the lawmaking process while learning how decisions impact their communities. If you or someone you know is interested, encourage them to sign up and get involved.
Republican Representative J.D. Prescott of Union City says that students between the ages of 13 and 18 can apply for a chance to spend some time assisting lawmakers, touring the State House, and seeing the legislative process for themselves. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:35.
Hey, Bill, where you been? You're overdue for a haircut.
Man, listen, my water pipes burst and flooded my house. Place a mess. I've been staying with my daughter till I can figure out what to do.
You trying to fix it and move back in?
No way. It's too big a mess. It'll cost me tens of thousands of dollars. I ain't got that kind of money.
You trying to sell it then?
Well, that's what I'd like to do, but who's going to buy my house in this condition?
Did you call Simple Quarters?
Simple Quarters?
Simple Quarters bought our house when we were in a jam. We needed to move real quick. They closed fast and gave us cash.
Simple Quarters will buy in any condition?
That's right. They buy as is. You don't have to repair anything or clean anything out. It's simple.
What do I have to do?
Just call them. They'll do a quick walkthrough, then they'll make you an offer.
Simple Quarters is a local Christian company that loves to help people in difficult situations. Call Simple Quarters at 317-900-HOME. That's 317-900-HOME. Check us out at simplequarters.com.
The traffic at 3:36. Here's Mike Brees.
And we start on the north side. Traffic signals are malfunctioning at 86th in Michigan, backing up traffic all around. On the south side, it's railroad crossing gates with the problem. The crossing on Hannah, just west of Shelby. Gates are stuck down, lights are flashing. There's no train. 65 and 70, so far, so good. North side of 465, sluggish eastbound from Keystone to 69, and on 69, delays starting to form south from 82nd to 465. This report is sponsored by B Window. Transform your bathroom with Dream Baths by B. New tub or shower conversions can be installed in as little as 1 day. I'm Mike Priest. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And your forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
This afternoon, temperatures not climbing much. Mid to upper 20s, mostly cloudy to partly cloudy. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, low temperatures in the upper single digits and low teens. On Wish TV, Storm Track 8 meteorologist Ryan Morse for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on The Level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Know when to hold 'em. Know when to fold 'em.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a special in-studio guest.
He is not Kenny Rogers. He is Jeff Boggs. He's been a writer for some of your favorite television programs, including The Late Show with Dave Letterman. Mr. Boggs, how are you?
I'm doing great. You know, it's a little odd. You make New Year's resolutions, and you're like, okay, I'm going to try to be nicer this year. And then I'm sitting out there in the waiting room, and I hear Allison say, oh, I thought you meant Kenny Rogers, not Kenny Loggins. And you just automatically, I weep for the youth of America. So anyway, other than that, doing great, guys.
So when did you move back to Indy from California?
Oh, is this going to tie into weather? Because this has been insane.
Yes.
I moved back here 4.5 months ago. I had lived in...
That's all?
Yeah, 4.5 months ago. So I'd lived in L.A. for 22 years. Never, ever drove in snow, except for like one time there was a dusting in Palm Springs up in the elevation. Whatever happened this weekend was shocking. I also, by the way, we got about a Dale Davis worth of snow up in Fishers. It's about 8.5, 9 inches.
I don't think you got that much.
I have
As somebody that used to cover locker rooms, I'm telling you, you didn't get that much.
That's a good 1.5 from what I hear. But wait a minute, you lived in New York when you were writing for Dave Letterman.
I did 5 years.
You had some of that awful weather.
Yeah, but you don't drive in New York. You take the PATH train in from Hoboken and you walk up 8th Avenue, or you take a subway. But driving in this, I mean, this morning was the first time I've actually been in a car, and the roads, what are we doing? Like the highways are fine, but the roads to get to the highways seem questionable at best. I have a small dog, Ray. He's a 13-pound black Pekingese. His junk is about 3 inches off the ground. So I walked him out the first time in the snow, and he just looked at me and he goes, nope.
Nah. Yeah, your carpet's fine.
Yeah.
Carpet's fine, Dad.
Did you prep for any of the storm? Because we knew this was coming, right? Marcus Bailey, everybody on television, they were saying big winter storm. Make sure you got the bread, the milk, the shovel, all that kind of stuff. Did you get any of the stuff?
No, I mean, it's interesting. My girlfriend Molly kept saying over the weekend, hey, we should go get this. We should do that. We should prepare. And I kept looking at the screen, and I took one meteorology class at IU, and I said, I think it's going to miss us. So it's been a rough couple days.
It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Do you own a shovel?
I don't have a shovel. My mom actually on Saturday, we were over there having dinner or something before it all started, and she surprised me with a scraper and a brush.
Ah, well,
that was sweet of her.
That was cool. Yeah, that was very nice. But I'm not prepared for any of this. Like I hope it gets better soon, but I'm looking at the temperature, and those numbers don't even make sense. So
but you grew up and you're a lifelong Hoosier. You grew up here, right? So but you've been away for so long, I guess, right? That it's kind of escaped you.
It's born and raised here. It's like bowling. If you go bowling 5 times in a row, 5 days in a row, at the end of the 5th day, you're going to be kind of good at bowling. I think that's what driving in snow is like, except this was my first day back. So I just close my eyes and gun it.
The good news, Jeff, and you'll learn this, is that the roads are actually a little bit more smooth than normal because all the big, massive potholes now have snow and ice in them.
Sure.
So you take the good with the bad here when
you're
in
Indy. I didn't look at it that
Indy.
way. Good point.
I like that.
Glass half full here. What do you think of Zuckerberg all of a sudden going, you know what? I like free speech. You know what? I think I'm going to be the guy that says, you know what? No more fact checkers, no more third-party fact checkers. We want our platform to be more like what Elon Musk is doing.
Yeah, first of all, he's a massive tool because he deactivated my account about a year and a half ago, only because I'm a Trump supporter. And on the last week I had my account, it was getting millions of views a day. And then I woke up one morning and it's gone. Wow. So the fact that now he's discussing how, hey, we want to even things out. It's happening across the board. I don't know if you watched any of the Golden Globes. I saw clips, but apparently those celebrities now aren't talking about Trump.
Nary a mention of MAGA at the Golden Globes.
Exactly. And then you have comedians like Jim Gaffigan, who used to be a sensible conservative guy. Now he turned into a Trump hater, and now he's coming out saying, I was misquoted 2 years ago when I called Trump Hitler and all of his supporters Nazis. So yeah, the tide is turning. Facebook trying to get that average user age down below 82, and so you're going to see a lot more of that.
Why? I mean, you were a writer in Hollywood. You wrote for Letterman. You wrote in L.A. Why why not a Trump mention at the Golden Globes, do you think? I mean, because of the mandate? Because
of the ass whipping?
Yeah.
I think at some point, I mean, the ratings can't go any lower. They bottomed out, so it's not like you're going to lose people. So if I was them, it's a little spineless not to just, go whole hog on ripping on Trump. But I guess at some point, maybe people are just sick of the rhetoric. I don't know. But, you don't see it on The View. Yesterday they were comparing January 6th to the Holocaust.
And slavery.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't see it everywhere, but I think moving forward, you'll see it more and more.
The one thing I thought about, and this is just random thought, who schedules these award shows, right? Why would you schedule the Golden Globes to be opposite the biggest regular season NFL game? Because when the schedule comes out, whatever the primetime game is in Week 18, playoffs are on the line. Why would you schedule Week 18 of the NFL?
Yeah, and I always say, this is like a little tip for all the ladies out there. If your boyfriend was watching the Golden Globes instead of Minnesota versus Detroit, he may not be the one.
Right. Unless he's up for the award, you should have been watching the football game.
I do think the host of the Golden Globes, Nikki Glaser, is pretty hot.
And she's funny. I think she's
really
funny.
But again, I just keep on going back to the fact that there were no jokes whatsoever about MAGA, about Trump, about supporters. And so I'm trying hard to think if they learned some sort of lesson here, or they're just like, we're just going to be above it and ignore it now.
Yeah, well, I think
you know what I mean.
Yeah, they're hoping. Everyone's hoping that the election's over, Trump won. Let's all hold hands and be nice. That's exactly what we can't do. Like on our side, we have to. I love seeing today Trump's going to, buy Greenland and annex Canada. It's like that's what we need to be doing.
The Gulf of America.
The Gulf of America. Yeah, I was happy to hear the Gulf of America because the only ones we're taking over now are the cold ones. So I'm like, let's also maybe invade Brazil while we're at it. Just to even out the temperatures.
Jeff Boggs with us here on the Hammer and Nigel show. You've been getting some feedback from the Hammer and Nigel show listeners about your appearances on this program, correct?
I have. Listen, you guys have a hit show. Tons and tons of people listen, and I know that you guys are really important. You don't have time to reach out to the listeners, so a lot of them come to me, and they've asked some questions. So if you guys don't mind, I'd love to share a couple with them right now.
Please.
Yeah. Okay, these are taken totally at random. So I picked 5, and let's just start off with, this one was for everyone. Lisa in Carmel wrote to me, and she said, is everyone on the Hammer and Nigel show friends in real life?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it's a gray area.
Depends on the day.
Here's the thing. Hammer and I see each other more than we see our wives, so we don't really hang out outside of the show, and I've known you for
almost 20 years. We're going on counting the podcast days.
Yeah, so it's like,
and Allison's got a restraining order against me, so I can't.
There you go. Okay, that's fair.
No, we're all buddies.
I think to the listeners, that's fair.
We are.
All right, the next one. This one I almost didn't do because it really is going to pump up Nigel's ego, but. Hey, can you please tell Nigel his voice sounds like a sexy mix between Barry White and a shirtless Michael Bolton? That guy checks all my boxes, if you know what I mean. Hashtag hot for Nige. So
signed some guy named Dave.
Well, it actually was Gary and Logansport.
Gary and Logansport.
So
he's been a fan of yours since the X103 days, Nige.
A shirtless who?
Yeah, shirtless Michael Bolton.
When he's 7, Michael Bolton's like in his 70s.
He's ripped. He looks good. There was one for Hammer that came through.
Okay.
This is from, you may know this place, from Darlene at the Night Owls Saloon and Grill in Beach Grove.
Yes.
You do
Been
know
there
the
many
place.
times, yes.
Okay, cool. Well, Darlene wrote, we've reached out to the station several times but haven't heard back. Can you please ask Hammer when he plans on paying his $12,000 extending tab? So...
I was told that was an appearance fee.
Oh, she also said, "Can you privately ask Hammer?" I'm so sorry about that. Let's
$12,000.
Let's forget about that.
Well, the first couple were free, and I thought they all were on the house, right? The old Blues Brothers theory.
The Night Owl Saloon. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I've DJ'd there back when I was still doing DJ gigs before. We had a class reunion there one time.
I love it.
Yeah.
There was one for someone who's not part of this show, but you mentioned quite a bit, Rob Kendall.
Yes.
Okay, so Tom and Karen LaRussa from Plainfield said, settle a bet for us. I think Rob Kendall seems like a great guy, but my wife 100% says he pees sitting down. Who's right? So I don't know if you guys would know that.
I think both things can be true.
Yeah. Right. One doesn't have to be true. One doesn't have to be.
He's nice to his daughter. So does that count as being nice? Because other than that, he is kind of a miserable, rotten, small, petty man with a very hard handshake to overcompensate that he's 5'8".
I got one last one. I don't know.
Okay.
So this one, and good for Rob, by the way. I can tell he seems like a nice guy. As far as peeing, I don't know. I've seen you in the bathroom, Nige, multiple times, so I know about that.
You guys bond.
We do. It's what we do. Last
hands,
one.
I believe.
The last one. This one comes from the Pendleton Men's Correctional Facility. It's an actual Twitter account, Cell Block D. Hey, guys, we're all huge fans of the Hammer and Nigel show. Great job.
Hey, all right.
That was cool.
Smart
And
D.
then also they had a little thing at the end. Also, what is producer Allison's relationship status?
Allison?
I'm sure she really wants to announce that right now.
I'm reaching out to Kenny Rogers, so.
Okay, so that's a TBD.
Yeah,
Yes.
TBD.
All right, fair enough.
The video clearly shows her engaged with Joe Biden over the weekend.
Oh my goodness, that was ridiculous. That was almost as bad as, was it Friday when Nigel is twerking in the cutoff jeans?
Well, that's
That
not
was
AI.
real.
That's real.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Our cologne commercial. Yes, the Gravite cologne parody.
That was really you?
Hammer's drunk with power, I think.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
No, it was good, but I could have sworn it was AI. That was really you.
No, yet.
Goodness gracious, nice work.
Come back for one more segment?
Yes, please.
Jeff Boggs with us. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
It's like being trapped in a cage. And I know, that sounds dramatic, but your breathing triangle problem has got you trapped. And once you're freed, you're going to be able to live the life that you're missing out on. Now, this can simply mean experiencing the true pleasure of breathing freely. It will mean better sleep and more energy. And the worry of this problem any more affecting your life is going to be gone. Because in almost every case, when Advent has solved a breathing triangle problem, it's a one and done. Because we're not in the business of delivering Band-Aids. We want to fix your nasal breathing problem for good. We don't want you to be a lifelong patient. We want you to be our next success story.
Isn't it time you break free from that cage? Take the next step. Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Breathe well with simple solutions. AdventKnows.com.
Results may vary. Most insurance accepted.
Attention, Indiana homeowners. Are you tired of avoiding your wet basement? Hi, I'm Mike Smith with Swingco Crawl Space and Basement Repair, your real, local, Indiana family-owned experts. Imagine all the possibilities of a guaranteed dry basement, a cozy new family room, a home gym, or even a new office. And with no interest, no payment financing, you don't have to break the bank to do it. Make the most of your basement today. Call Swingco 317-407-1868 or swingcollc.com.
According to industry experts, heating costs are going up again this year, up to 23%. If you're tired of turning up the heat in the morning and the furnace working overtime, it's time to call Window Nation.
50% off all style of windows. Plus, you don't pay anything. No interest for 2 years. Call right now, 866-90-NATION, or go to windownation.com. Windownation.com. Be sure to tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
There's a price war in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers' rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-549-TERM, 866-549-TERM, 866-549-TERM.
Join Mark Patrick Seminars and lose the weight guaranteed. Early bird special only $49.99. Hypnosis to destroy unwanted cravings, late day eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating. Also, stop smoking with Mark Patrick without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Seminars January 23rd at the Holiday Inn Express in Noblesville. Weight loss seminar 5:30, stop smoking seminar at 8. And January 25th at the Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Weight loss seminar 11 a.m., stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
B is offering one bath remodel for as low as $99 a month or get 2 bath remodels for as low as $249 a month. Call now to schedule that free in-home design consultation.
Book your custom patio project before March 1st and save up to $2,500. Indie Decorative Concrete, the patio experts. Big enough to service, small enough to care.
It's the Degenerates Next Door, a sports betting podcast for dudes.
Real dudes, not the fake Kardashian-looking like dudes you see on television doing this. The Degenerates Next Door. Download and subscribe today anywhere you get your podcast. And the new podcast is out. I've got plays on Notre Dame, and Rob has got a pick on that game as well. Which side do you think he's going on? Check out the latest Degenerates Next Door podcast. All right, Mike Priest, what's going on?
Mike?
Mike, you there, buddy?
Microphone check. Microphone checker.
Yes,
the roads
hello.
are
we
there.
working?
There we go.
Oh my goodness, miracles do happen. All right, on the north side of 465 going eastbound, there are 2 broken down semis on the side right by the Keystone exit ramp. They're both carrying halves of a modular home. I do not know if it's an open house, but just past that you have delays approaching 69. On 69 itself, it's sluggish from 82nd to 465, and traffic starting to build south on 65 from West Street to Meridian. This report is sponsored by Indie Decorative Concrete. Book your custom patio project before March 1st and save up to $2,500. Big enough to service, small enough to care. I'm Mike Priest. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
29 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Jeff Boggs is here. I got about a minute left here. Your thoughts on the Colts mess and all things and in between?
You know, it was so depressing when you all of a sudden see that stupid letter put out by Irsay about, hey, we're bringing everybody, we're going to run it back. You know, it's a crap show over on West 56th Street. They need to totally redo from the top down. I would have been okay keeping Steichen. Getting rid of Gus Bradley is fine. But man, what does Ballard have to do at this point to get fired?
What does he have on the Irsays?
yeah, exactly. He has to have, those kind of pictures. But it's just such a depressing thing to be a diehard Colts fan and know going into next year that we're in the same boat.
It's the total opposite feeling you have as an IU football fan.
As an IU football fan, the portal is going crazy for us. We're going to win the national championships next year.
There it is.
And the Pacers have won 9 out of 12, so they're coming back. But man, for us Colts guys, that was a punch in the gut.
Yeah, I melted down a little bit on Sunday night and on this program yesterday.
I loved it.
If somebody wants to send you a message, ask you more questions, where can they find you?
Well, Mark Zuckerberg banned me from Facebook and Instagram, so you can either go to my Twitter account or you can call Jason Hammer.
Well, what's your Twitter account?
Not Kenny Rogers.
There it is.
Thank you. At not Kenny Rogers. Jeff, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Top stories, next.
I've been in the Exercise Inc. program for years. Exercise Inc. is perfect for somebody starting off this new year looking for a different way to exercise, looking for a different way to get the physical strength and movement that your body needs and that your muscles crave. Exercise Inc. is a once-a-week strength training program that only lasts 20 minutes. Now, 20 minutes might not sound like a lot, but I got to tell you what Exercise Inc. has done for me. Not only has it saved me a bunch of time getting the physical activity my body needs, but I've lost 20 pounds following my personal trainer's guidance and diet and eating habits routines outside the gym as well. There are never more than a few clients being trained at a time. No socializing, no music. It's just you and your coach, one-on-one for 20 minutes. And don't let that 20 minutes fool you. It's a tough workout, but it's worth it. And it's safe. Like I say, I've been a customer for years. My wife just signed up. She loves it. So if you think you're too busy to exercise in the new year and be healthy, think again. 5 locations, Avon, Brownsburg, Greenwood, Zionsville, and now in Fishers. ExerciseInc.com today to sign up for a free consult. ExerciseInc.com. Tell them Nigel sent you.
Hey, Pat Sullivan here with an offer you don't want to miss. My friends at Hope Plumbing want to help their customers stay healthy by improving their water quality. Install a combo package, a new tankless reverse osmosis system, a carbon filter, and a water softener, all for $5,000. Let's face it, Indiana's water quality is pretty poor, and this water quality combo for only $5,000 can help ensure your family's drinking water is safe. Give Hope Plumbing a call or visit them online at hopeplumbing.com.
Dents happen. There's a whole lot of stuff that can mess up the look of your vehicle. Don't paint your car. Go PDR with Kill a Dent Removal. PDR is paintless dent removal that saves your factory finish and is way less invasive than traditional body shop repairs. And it's faster too, sometimes same day. Google Kill a Dent Removal and check out the reviews and photos. Then schedule your repair. Hail baseballs, kids, fender benders, shopping carts, flying cows, angry X's, and anything else that leaves dents. Don't paint your car. Go PDR with Kill a Dent Removal.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting rules for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Consult a doctor prior to use.
Wow, you look amazing. What have you been doing?
I'm sure you've heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, and the other GLP-1 medications, right? Well, I found this great company called Zelfie. If you qualify, their providers can prescribe medications like Ozempic and Wegovy and other GLP-1 medications that are 80 to 90% less expensive, all 100% online.
I can get GLP-1 medications for 80 to 90% less and do it all online? No doctor's office or pharmacy?
Yes, Zelfie can provide semaglutide or tirzepatide, the active ingredients in Ozempic and other expensive GLP-1s, but for 80 to 90% less and shipped directly to your door.
How do I get started with Zelfie?
Just send them a text.
Text CARE to 200-300 to get started today with Zelfie. Get the same active ingredients in Wegovy or Ozempic, but for 80 to 90% less and 100% online. Don't wait. Text CARE to 200-300 right now for a link to your exclusive offer. Text CARE to 200-300. That's CARE to 200-300. CARE to 200-300.
Your home is your sanctuary. Get the peace of mind you deserve with a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home from Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. With expert installation and 24-hour monitoring, Generator Supercenter won't leave you in the dark. Financing is available. Take control of your power today with Generator Supercenter. Call 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter of Indianapolis, 317-827-0808.
Coming up in 2 minutes, it's only going to get colder this week, and John Hamrick reports on the goals of Indigo's Blue Line project. Those stories coming up after Fox News Radio from the Technology Recycler Studios. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis.
Motion denied. I'm Chris Foster. Fox News. President-elect Trump's sentencing on criminal hush money charges is still scheduled to happen Friday, 10 days before he takes office again.
The New York Appellate Court has turned aside the Trump legal team's attempt to throw out the president-elect's conviction and stop sentencing on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records to hide hush money payments to an adult film actress. According to Judge Juan Merchan, prison time is not likely.
Fox's Grinnell Scott, a federal judge in Florida, meantime, blocks the release of special counsel Jack Smith's report on Trump, 2 volumes on 2 investigations.
The first is the election interference case. The other is the classified documents case. So neither of those went to trial. Judge Cannon told the Justice Department to hold off from releasing the report until the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals makes some sort of decision.
Fox's David Spunt. President-elect Trump spoke and took questions for about an hour at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida, talking about those investigations and also saying he would not rule out using military force to take control of the Panama Canal and acquire Greenland. For for national security reasons. Another suggestion?
We're going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which has a beautiful ring that covers a lot of territory. The Gulf of America, what a beautiful name. And it's appropriate.
The first known map calling it the Gulf of Mexico is from the 1600s. It touches coasts in what are now 5 U.S. states to the north, Mexico to the west, and Cuba to the southeast. President-elect Trump has also spoken recently about the idea of making Canada the 51st state. Outgoing Prime Minister Justin Trudeau today on social media writes there isn't a snowball's chance in hell that Canada would become part of the United States. President Jimmy Carter's body is now being taken via motorcade to the U.S. Capitol Rotunda to Lions State for the public to pay their respects. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It's going to keep getting colder. 27 degrees and cloudy in downtown Indianapolis. You do have a clear radar. 11 is where temps are supposed to drop tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 4:02. No snow today, just really cold outside. That's according to Mike Kosh at the National Weather Service in Indianapolis.
So over the next 24 hours, we're looking at high temperatures in the mid to upper 20s. That's about 5 or so degrees below normal. Tonight, it looks like low temperatures around anywhere from 6 degrees to around 14 degrees.
Kosh says it's possible that you could be getting some more snow on Friday, although it won't be anything like what you got the last day and a half. Enhancing accessibility and infrastructure is the goal of a federal grant given to Indigo's Blue Line project. John Herrick reports.
Indigo has gotten nearly $150 million from the U.S. Department of Transportation to support the Blue Line. Construction starts this year, and the Blue Line is supposed to be open for service by late 2028. The Blue Line will run for 24 miles and have 12 miles of dedicated bus lanes. Leaders say this money will help make life easier for riders, allow them to make construction upgrades, and increase reliability. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
An experience at the State House is what students can get through the PAGE program. It's for students between 13 and 18 years old.
Students should take advantage of this hands-on learning experience at the State House. From sitting in on session to assisting lawmakers, the PAGE program is a great way to learn more about how state laws are made.
Republican Representative Jim Pressel of Rolling Prairie says the program's available on weekdays. Students get an excused absence from school, but are responsible for their own lunch and transportation to and from the State House to see how things get done. And if you know someone, with prostate cancer, you might be interested to hear that researchers in Indiana are working on a new treatment. Ryan Hedrick reports.
Scientists found a way to slow it down by stopping the cancer cells from getting the food they need to grow. They focused on a special protein called GCN2 that helps the cancer get more food. Blocking GCN2 made the tumors grow slower, but the cancer found another way to keep growing by using a different protein, P53. This discovery helps scientists understand how the cancer fights back, and it could help them find new ways to stop it. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 4:04.
Did you know the Social Security Trust Fund is expected to run out of money in less than 10 years? And according to Barron's, an average couple could lose up to $16,500 every year in Social Security income. Multiply that by 10 or 20 years, and it could easily add up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's why it's critical you have the right strategy to file for Social Security. Discover how you could squeeze every nickel out of your benefits with a free, customized Social Security analysis. It's from Bill Demery, your retirement guy in Indy. We trust Bill, and you can too. If you've saved more than $200,000 and have not filed for Social Security, schedule your free analysis by calling 317-648-5120. Call Bill at 317-648-5120.
With traffic at 4:05, here's Mike Priest.
Still all backed up on the north side around 86th and Michigan Road. Those traffic signals are not working properly. Getting heavier on 65 southbound, now jamming from 29th to Meridian. A little slow east on 70 from West Street to the South Split. North side of 465 with eastbound delays from Keystone to 69. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO and get an extra 5% off. I'm Mike Priest. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And your forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
This afternoon, temperatures not climbing much. Mid to upper 20s, mostly cloudy to partly cloudy. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, low temperatures in the upper single digits and low teens. On Wish TV, Storm Track 8 meteorologist Ryan Morse for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox, on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos? So let's rock it!
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. What is this thing about Biden possibly trying to ban traditional cigarettes in the 11th hour of his presidency? Is this a real thing, Hammer?
Think back to last April.
Okay.
Remember, he tried to ban menthol cigarettes because he thought they were the most toxic brand. And he got labeled a racist because of that, because menthols are popular in the black community. So that backfired after the people that he'd been pandering to for about 3 years turned on him and called him a racist. Now, here in the closing days of his presidency, he's trying to get the Food and Drug Administration to move forward with this regulatory rule that would effectively ban cigarettes as we know them in favor of products with lower nicotine levels. So the FDA confirmed to Fox Digital on Monday that as of January 3rd, the tobacco product standard for nicotine level of certain tobacco products has completed a big regulatory review, but that proposed rule has not been finalized yet.
So we're banning offshore drilling and the oil leases for hundreds and hundreds of millions of acres of United States ocean and cigarettes.
Now, you know what this is, right? This is Joe Biden's weird way of saying, I helped cure cancer. Because he promised in his presidency he was going to cure cancer. And if he gets rid of the traditional level cigarettes for something lower, he can go to sleep at night wearing his diaper thinking that he actually did something to help cure cancer.
When he was running for president in 2019, 2020, he didn't say he was going to help cure cancer. He said we're going to cure cancer.
Yes.
Not the same thing. Banning cigarettes is not going to cure cancer.
Not all cigarettes, just cigarettes as they know them right now.
I know what you're
the
saying.
The good ones.
I don't know, yeah. The unfiltered Marlboro Reds. Oh, man, I'll never forget when I was a kid sneaking out back behind I'd go over to my dad's house on the weekend and sneak my stepmom's Marlboro Reds, and I put one in my mouth and lit it when I was like 12 years old. It just went, and just, after that, I thought I was going to die for 15 minutes.
Then you did about 5-6 more, and they started feeling better. Then you couldn't have a meal without one. And sex, forget about it. It's like putting your crank in a pillow bed.
Yeah, nothing tastes better than a smoke after a meal. At least that's what I was taught in the movie Stand By Me.
Right? 100%. Now, there is another angle to this story. And I never would have thought about this, but there are experts coming out saying, you're just going to boost the cartel's business because people want their Marlboros. They want their Camels. And if they can't get them because Biden gets cute and tries to get rid of them, they're going to find them on the black market. So you're just emboldening the cartels. The same people that you, Joe, just let walk right across the southern border. You're going to give them more business and make them more powerful, you moron.
No, they knew this when they made Beverly Hills Cop with Eddie Murphy back in the day, all those contraband cigarettes.
Right. You're going to have the
all those-
mob and
not
the black
contraband, but like
market.
right, like all the cigarettes that were stolen, all the cigarettes that you could get on the black market. That was the same thing in Goodfellas.
Right. Those cigarette trucks, man. Like any mob movie or series, like you even saw it in The Sopranos, the trucks would get robbed, and there'd either be goods, cigarettes, or something in there that the mob would take and then sell on their own. So this whole thing, I doubt it's going to happen, but just know, Grandpa's trying to throw a Hail Mary up here in the fourth quarter of his presidency, trying to get cigs, as we know them, banned for some low-level generic version that doesn't have as much nicotine. So I'm not a smoker, but this is the most ridiculous thing that I've heard. Miss Allison, can we please have the Attorney General for the great state of Indiana kick off our next segment?
Legal stuff.
Crime, punishment, judges. Legal stuff.
Legal stuff.
A federal judge has temporarily blocked special counsel Jack Smith.
Deranged prosecutor Jack Smith. Deranged. He's deranged. He's corrupt. He's deranged.
He's conflicted. Federal judge has blocked Jack Smith from releasing his report about Donald Trump's alleged 2020 election interference.
Whatever.
Again, we're just a few more days away from, for the most part, not having to deal with these types of stories anymore. People that were so desperate to keep Donald Trump from running for president or to damage his name so he would not win the presidency. Just a few more days. Counting them down. 13 more days.
So election interference like in Georgia and other places, and then classified documents as well, right?
Right. This whole thing was basically put on the back burner and thrown out. But now Jack Smith was like, well, I want to release the report anyway. And Trump's legal team jumped in and said, And the federal judge sided with the Trump legal team here. So imagine being Jack Smith here, Nige. You got nothing else going on. You put all your eggs into this going after Trump basket.
Yeah.
You had the media on your side. They were cheering you as you went to Subway on day one. And now you got nothing to show for it, and you can't even put out the work that you did. Life comes at you fast.
What was the Subway thing? Like, everybody couldn't believe that this guy that was going after the former president of the United States was so normal that he would go to get lunch at Subway.
Right.
It was like a slow news day, and Jack Smith went to Subway to eat.
The folks at CNN, I honestly think they were pulling a Jeffrey Toobin when that story happened. Oh, my God. He's going to Subway after he's filed paperwork to indict Donald Trump. Where's the lube at? Where's Diddy? We got to do something here. Like the things that the liberal media gets so amped up about, it's so bizarre. It's wild. All right, Allison, we may need you on this one here.
Oh.
According to Ranker.com, they've got a poll out of the greatest boy bands of all time. Now, Nige and I know a lot of these, but I feel like you're more of the expert on boy bands than we are. So tell me if you buy this or not.
Okay.
Number 1, the Backstreet Boys. Number 2, NSYNC.
Controversial.
So let's just start right there.
Oh, man.
BSB over NSYNC.
I see why Backstreet Boys is first because technically they were the first out of the two, and they probably sold more records. However, I was more of an NSYNC girl, I will say.
New Kids on the Block come in at number 3.
Okay, good.
Like the coupon lady would say, hey, that's my number 1.
Yeah.
That's like the Gen X version of a boy band.
Top 3, good.
New Kids on the Block was after Backstreet Boys?
Yes. After Backstreet and after NSYNC. New Kids at 3.
Interesting.
One Direction at 4. And then Boys to Men beating out the Jackson 5 to get into the top 5.
Oh.
Boys to Men should be above One Direction.
I don't think of Boys to Men as a boy band per se.
Really?
Like,
I don't know
think
what you call them.
It's an R&B group.
Okay.
Like they seem like they were all a little old to begin with. Like when I think boy band, I think of like young people in their teens.
Well, they were the
preteens.
boys to men. they were.
But it was named after a New Edition song, which it was Michael Bivins who founded Boyz II Men.
Look at this guy spitting knowledge.
Right? I feel like the Jackson 5 kind of got screwed here. Like, they were young kids. That was a boy band. Michael was the front man, and, he was real little.
They were an American vocal harmony group.
Is that what it says?
Just
Boyz II Men?
So you know, yes.
Rounding out the top 10, Jackson 5, Westlife, some Irish band.
Not sure.
Nope.
The Jonas Brothers at 8.
Need to be higher.
Take That at 9, the Robbie Williams band, and BTS at number 10.
Where's
BTS?
the Beatles?
I don't know what that is.
They're like the original.
Beatles not a boy band.
They're the original boy band. Are you kidding me?
They were all adults, I think, by the time they hit the market.
So what you're saying boy band is just anyone 18 and under.
Yes.
I'd argue with that.
Oh, O-Town. Where's the O-Town?
I remember O-Town, yeah.
Come on,
98
man.
Degrees.
Oh.
Did not make the top 10. No 98 Degrees. I have no idea who BTS is, but it reminds me of the BTK Killer.
It's a K-pop group that's really popular.
Okay.
They have about 12 members.
So they have nothing to do with the BTK.
That I know of.
Okay.
That you know.
Can't rule anything out. Mike Priest is standing by. He has a look at the roads.
And I'll save my hot boy band takes for later. We've got 65 jamming southbound now from 29th to Meridian. 70 with delays increasing east from Harding to the south split. North side of 465 slow east from Keystone to 69. On the east side coming the other way, you're backed up north from Fall Creek to 69. And that delay continues north to 82nd Street. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO and get an extra 5% off. I'm Mike Priest. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
All I know is that when the new kids on the block still come to Indy on concert, all the young chicks back in the day that used to go to their shows that have grown up still go to their shows. If you remember, they sold out the Field House last time they were here, and all of those hot moms were walking around downtown. It was the Million MILF March, and it was beautiful. Right now, we've got cloudy skies. It is 29 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. We've got Is This Anything coming up next, but right now, we need 54 of you, sweet sons of you-know-whats, to go to the YouTube page of WIBC and hit like. Give us a thumbs up. We're streaming this bad boy. We've got cameras on us. All we're asking is give us a little love here. Give us a thumbs up. Get us to 100. We need 54 more. The YouTube page of WIBC.
The holidays are over, and the new year is here, making it the perfect time to think about the future. More specifically, it's the perfect time to think about your financial future. Right now, Howard Bailey Financial is offering a free retirement toolkit, a comprehensive guide designed to help you plan, save, and jumpstart the retirement you deserve. To get your free copy today, text FUTURE to 888-262-1104 and download your free retirement toolkit. Start 2025 off with a gift to yourself, filled with all the tools you need to plan for a positive and purpose-filled future. Just text FUTURE to 888-262-1104 to start planning today. Make this new year your year to invest in yourself and secure a brighter tomorrow, starting today. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Where can you kick off the new year with big savings on gig speed? Only with Xfinity, now through January 16th. Get gig internet at home for $25 a month for 1 year when you add an unlimited mobile line, which connects you to gig speed Wi-Fi on the road. Act fast today and save more than $650 over AT&T and Verizon in your first year. Plus, hurry and take advantage because right now you can also get a free 5G phone with trade-in. So save big and stay connected to what you love with fast gig speed internet and mobile. From home to hotspots, this new year, it's all about gig speeds and big savings. Don't wait and get gig speed internet. Spend less green and switch to Xfinity. Go to Xfinity.com/gig savings to learn more. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. $40 internet discount applied to mobile bill. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary. Savings compared to Verizon Fiber Gig Plus 1 Unlimited Welcome Line and AT&T Fiber Gig Plus 1 Unlimited Starter Line. Xfinity internet required. Reduced speeds after 30 gigabits of usage per line. Data thresholds and actual savings vary.
Pat Sullivan here with Michaela of Michaelis. If you have water damage, why should you call Michaelis?
Michaelis is a local family-owned Indianapolis company with 39 years experience. On call 24/7, 365. We are IICRC certified and will restore your space to pre-loss condition or better. And we work through the entire insurance process on your behalf to make it easy.
Water, storms, fire, and mold. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIX-INDY.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Attention taxpayers. If you or your business owe the IRS back taxes or have years of unfiled tax returns, the IRS has green-lighted billions of dollars in tax relief to those facing financial hardship through its tax relief initiatives. If you have a delinquent tax problem and possibly facing wage garnishment, liens, levies, audits, or already in a payment plan, you may now qualify for significant relief. Qualifying and enrolling in this program could stop all collections, settle your tax problem, and may even reduce what you owe by up to 99%. Call the hotline at Tax Help USA to see if you qualify by dialing 800-210-8808. If you or your business owe at least $10,000 in back taxes to the IRS or state, you can now get the help that you need during these hard economic times. Call Tax Help USA to get your free tax assessment to see what you qualify for by dialing 800-210-8808. 800-210-8808. 800-210-8808.
The Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. For hunting, sporting, and personal protection gear, visit the Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show.
Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll.
So we have a little update here.
Okay.
We kind of talked about this briefly yesterday during Monday Gun Day when Guy Relford was here, but this idiot rapper from Texas named Tues, he was doing some sort of podcast interview, and he had his gun in his pocket, reached in his pocket, and it accidentally went off. This is what it sounded like.
And choices we got in life, those were your choices. Who shot who?
Come on, Lo.
Somebody got shot?
Lo, you good, Lo?
I hope. Y'all good?
You good, Lo?
Only on the dirty third one-on-one with Mike D. I thought my shot me.
Everybody good?
Damn, everybody good?
I hope.
So the update is everybody was good.
You good, Lo?
Everybody was good. Nobody was hurt. There were some questions about did anybody get nicked by that. All good in the hood, Big Nige.
Yeah, this is obviously an idiot that doesn't know how to carry a gun, how to operate a gun, how to use a gun. He wasn't using it. If you watch the podcast, if you watch the video, Lo, you good, Lo? He stuck his hand in his pocket. Lo, too low. It's too low, correct?
Yeah, the number 2, L-O-W.
Okay, but the host was calling him Lo.
Well, they're in a personal relationship, clearly. Too low is so formal.
Lo stuck his hand in his pocket. You're just watching this. I don't know if he was stretching or maybe just kind of adjusting himself, and the gun in his pocket went off. You see, honestly, you see a flash blast through his pocket. No one got hurt, and this dummy, who obviously wants to pose as somebody who, I'm always carrying, I'm always strapped, has no idea how to operate or carry a gun.
And he makes the responsible gun owners look bad because we all get lumped into the same category. You loose cannon gun owners.
But it's not just with these wannabe rappers. It's these guys like what happened at Kia. Remember Kia a couple of years ago? A guy was walking around with a gun in his pocket, dropped out of his pocket and went off.
Right.
And that, I mean, it happens all the time. And the funny thing with this podcast was the host, they took a brief break and then they restarted again and acted like nothing was wrong. Kudos to them for, hey, we're going to have to, we can either, like, if I'm hosting a podcast and my guest has a gun in his pocket and it goes off, I'm done.
Or that becomes the point of the conversation.
Right.
We've got material now. If somebody comes in here and a gun goes off, we're talking about that. We're not taking a break and coming back. So tell me about your new album. No. We're talking about how you almost shot your crank off, you moron. Is this anything?
Oh, wow.
Actor, comedian Bill Murray kicked off a small tour as Bill Murray and his Blood Brothers. Bill Murray is singing with a band. Now, this isn't really a comedy show. It's Bill Murray trying to do like a Blues Brothers type of thing here.
Oh, no.
Judge for yourself as Bill Murray is on vocals for a cover of The Kinks' Tired of Waiting.
This is Bill Murray.
Yes.
Performing with a band.
Doing covers.
No, this is nothing. I mean, look, Bill Murray, one of the greats. Some of my favorite movies ever, including Ghostbusters. But his so does Bill Murray's sarcastic, dry-witted, deadpan, monotone personality, you know, he always seems like he's in a constant state of eye roll.
Right.
Like he's annoyed. It's like, you know, whatever. Does that translate into performing music on stage with a band? It didn't sound like it there.
No.
It sounded like he didn't put any work or any prep into it.
Just mailed it in.
Are you paying to see that because it's Bill Murray?
How was it billed, right? How was it promoted? Did people buy tickets thinking it was going to be like when you see Adam Sandler in concert? Sure. He does a little stand-up. He sings his funny songs.
But it's prepared.
Yeah.
It's rehearsed. That didn't sound like any of these things.
Would you rather hear Bill Murray and that band continue to do Kinks songs, or would you rather hear him do the lounge singer doing Star Wars?
Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. Give me the Star Wars. Don't let them end.
Oh, Star Wars. Are you kidding me? That was heads and tails so much better than what we just heard, him redoing the Kinks.
I would watch a full lounge concert of him performing as the lounge singer doing various songs, 100%. Real quick, last one here. Is this anything? A guy in Illinois was redoing his parents' bathroom when he ripped out some of the drywall and found an old Christmas gift in the wall with his name on it.
He's like Clark Griswold.
The parents apparently hid it back in 1978 and forgot about it. Here's Tim discovering the lost gift.
All right, so we're redoing this bathroom for my parents. This is inside the wall. And look what I find. That's my Christmas present.
Were they going through a remodeling phase at the time the parents hid the present?
I would think so.
It turned out to be it was like a set of toy planes called Thunder Jets.
Okay.
That Matchbox made.
Great
It just
gift.
reminds me, again, of Clark Griswold finding that gift when he was in the attic on Christmas Vacation.
Right.
Labeled Mother's Day 1983, and he had to blow the dust off of it.
Starts watching the old movies on the reel-to-reel.
Right.
Oh, that's awesome. No, I'm good with that, man. That's awesome. And yes, that is an awesome gift back in 1978. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Are you having a hard time making it through a day of work without foot pain or discomfort with things that used to be simple like walking the dog? You may be thinking there's no way that something as simple as the Good Feet store can help you, like Bill.
My feet would just ache, my back would hurt, my ankles, everything just hurt. And I'd seen the commercial several times before I finally said, I'm going to do this. And I'll be darned if it didn't work. I feel a million times better than I ever did.
Another satisfied customer of the Good Feet store is Wendy.
Since wearing my arch supports from the Good Feet store, my back pain is gone and my feet don't hurt as much. And as I look into the future without pain, I see myself being even more adventurous, joyful, and full of possibility.
Come to the Good Feet store today for your free fitting and test walk. We're located in Castleton by the Fashion Mall or in Greenwood just off the 65. Or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. Good Feet arch supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Discover your options at the Good Feet store.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work with thoughtful advice, trusted resources, and proven results. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth. Since 1868. Member FDIC.
The new year is here. Time for change. Start a recession-resistant new career in the high-demand fields of IT, cybersecurity, and AI with My Computer Career in just months. Already in IT? Build your cybersecurity skills and prep for thousands of open positions employers nationwide are desperate to fill. Attend classes live online or on campus. Make this your year. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. That's mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the GI Bill.
Retired or retiring soon? How much money do you need to live comfortably? Retirement Planners of America is here for you. Would you like to have financial peace of mind? Here's how. Step 1. Find out the amount of money you'll need to retire. Step 2. Have a plan to get there. Step 3. Make sure that plan can take advantage of market gains but protect you from market losses. Discover how to do all three with a free consultation at 800-508-6108. That's 800-508-6108.
All investments involve risk, including losses. Past performance does not guarantee future results.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
The most snow you've gotten in a while. Cloudy and 27 degrees on the circle. There's nothing on your radar. You can be thankful for that. It is, though, going to get colder tonight. 11 is your low. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 4:33. In just a day and a half, Indiana got more snow than all of last season combined. Mike Kosh at the National Weather Service talks about which areas got the most.
North Vernon and Jennings County, they had 13 inches. Greensburg had 10 down there. Martinsville, 11.3. Most areas near and south of 70 had anywhere from like 8 to 13 inches.
More snow is possible Friday. The Lake and Riley Act passed the House. Fox's Ryan Schmelz reports.
Dozens of Democrats join with all House Republicans in supporting the bill named after the 22-year-old Georgia nursing student whose convicted killer was in the U.S. illegally. The bill would require ICE to detain illegal immigrants accused of burglary or theft.
It's just good, solid policy that needs to be into effect now.
Republican Mike Collins of Georgia is the bill's author and has been in contact with Lake and Riley's family. Some Democrats argue the bill could lead to unlawful detentions. The Senate plans on voting on the bill this week. On Capitol Hill, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
Congresswoman Erin Houchin says President Biden isn't helping Americans with an order banning any more offshore drilling for oil.
We were energy independent for the first time in 40 years under Trump's former presidency. We will get there again. H.R. 1 is our Unleash American Energy Act.
Houchin tells the Washington Watch podcast Tony Perkins that Republicans plan to get back there once Donald Trump returns to the White House. Houchin believes energy independence is the best way to help further reinvigorate the economy. And Indigo has gotten nearly $150 million from the U.S. Department of Transportation to support the Blue Line. Construction starts this year, and the Blue Line is supposed to be open 4 years from now. It's supposed to run for about 24 miles and have 12 miles of dedicated bus lanes. Leaders say the money will help make life easier for people riding the bus, and also they'll make some construction upgrades and increase the transportation system's reliability. Not the most ideal day in the market. Everything in the red. The Dow down by 178 to 42,528. The Nasdaq fell by 375 to 19,489. And the S&P 500 down by 66, closing the day at 5,909. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 4:35.
Life insurance is one of those things that just about everybody needs, but few people actually have. Hey, if you die unexpectedly without life insurance, guess what? You'll leave your family with even a bigger mess. Life insurance will help replace your family's income. It'll help cover burial expenses. Life insurance can even help pay off debt like credit cards and medical bills. Life insurance can even pay for college. And if you own a business and you die, life insurance can help your business from collapsing. It can even help cover estate taxes. Life insurance has never been more affordable and needed. Plus, you can always shop around even if you have a plan and save some money. So call the Life Insurance Quote Line right now for free pricing information.
800-917-8730. 800-917-8730. 800-917-8730. That's 800-917-8730.
The traffic at 4:36. Here's Mike Priest.
We have a crash on the northeast side. It's on Keystone south of 46th Street, and a hit-and-run crash in Noblesville at 8th and Connor Street. Heavy for you south on 65 from 29th to Meridian. 70 bunched up eastbound from Harding to the south split. The west side of 465 slowing northbound 56th Street to before I-65. Some sort of obstruction in the lanes. Traffic is sponsored by B Window. Transform your bathroom with Dream Baths by B. New tub or shower conversions can be installed in as little as 1 day. I'm Mike Priest. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
This afternoon, temperatures not climbing much. Mid to upper 20s, mostly cloudy to partly cloudy. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, low temperatures in the upper single digits and low teens. On Wish TV, Storm Track 8 meteorologist Ryan Morse for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Hammer, what do we think about Zucker Nerd, guy that invented Facebook? Maybe he didn't invent Facebook. He stole it from the Winklevoss twins, allegedly. Anyway, Zuckerberg put out a 5-minute video kind of explaining how Facebook is going to remove the fact checkers.
Oh, okay.
It's going to replace them with something similar to X's community notes, basically copying everything Elon Musk has done on his platform.
So in a span of just a couple of years, Zuckernerd has had this epiphany to where he went from, I'm going to listen to everything the corrupt feds have to say when it comes to taking down people's posts and limiting their reach and kicking people like Not Kenny Rogers off and Hammer and Nigel show restrictions, to, it's just screwing with y'all. I'm just joking. We love free speech over here.
You fell for it.
Here's a little bit of the video that King Nerd put out this morning.
We're going to get back to our roots and focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our policies, and restoring free expression on our platforms. More specifically, we're going to get rid of fact checkers and replace them with community notes similar to X, starting in the U.S.
We're going to get back to our roots. So what happened? My question would be for him, what happened when you got away from your roots?
Well, people started going away from Facebook in droves. People advertised less, and the reputation had been tarnished. He testified in Washington. Yeah, the feds came in. They told us, hey, be on the lookout, wink, wink, for Russian disinformation. And he played ball with them without saying, you know what? You have no right to tell me what I can and can't put out on my platform. We believe in free speech here. Kick rocks. He didn't do that. Why? Because he's a gutless weenie. That's why. So is it too late for Zuck to win your trust, Nige?
Oh, yeah. No, I don't believe him for a second. I think that he saw the success that Elon Musk is having with X, their competing social media platform, especially now that Zuck is in bed with, in bed is kind of not the right word to use. Maybe it is. With politics and Donald Trump and MAGA. But X undoubtedly is seeing some success in terms of numbers and revenue. And he's seeing that, and it's like, well, and I feel like Facebook, too, is filled with people that support free speech. And maybe he sees the mandate, the election of Donald Trump, and how the swing states weren't even swing states for Donald Trump, and how Donald Trump won the popular vote in addition to the electoral vote, and is now thinking, yeah, well, maybe we need to change some of our policies.
Maybe he's just a butt sniffer and goes along with whoever's in power. Like, he thought Biden would win, so he did all the things that the Biden people wanted. Donald Trump won in a landslide. Now, all of a sudden, he's got Dana White sitting on the Meta board of directors. Maybe he's just that level of a spineless butt sniffer. So anytime you go to the Hammer and Nigel Facebook page, and I have noticed some of our reach coming back. I have noticed some of our reach coming back just a little bit. Leave your comment for whatever you want to say, but also add Zuck sucks or Zuckerberg sucks, because he does. He doesn't get to get away with being this level of a weasel, okay? Facebook.com/Hammer and Nigel. Share our video of the cologne parody. But if you want to leave a comment underneath, Zuck sucks, that's fine too. I'm more excited about this story than I am anything Zuckerberg's doing.
Okay.
McDonald's is rolling out a new value menu, Nige. Now, it's hitting some stores today. The chain is saying this is their biggest menu change in several years. The, quote, McValue menu category is a new budget-friendly attempt to lure back some of the customers who have been put off by the high prices that are making their way through the fast food industry. The popular $5 meal rolled out earlier this year is the big main draw, and the, quote, McValue meal will also feature a buy one, add one option for a lot of things, including breakfast. So you could just buy a Big Mac, and you might have the option of getting another one for $1.
Does it seem like McDonald's could have been doing this the entire time, but really took advantage of what this country was going through in terms of economics the past few years? I don't know. Just throwing that out there. I went through the McDonald's drive-thru last night for my kids and spent close to $25, $20 to $30. I didn't do the value meals or anything. I had to order like a la carte. And when you order a la carte from these places,
they get you.
Man, do they get you. I had a chicken nugget thing here and a fry here and a McFlurry here. And when you double up on those, it's like $25, $30.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, McDonald's, and then they've been doing this before too, where they had like a certain stuff that you could order from their $1 menu or $5 menu. You could get like a 4-piece chicken nugget and a burger and a Coke and a fry, all for $5 or $10 or whatever. It just seems like to me they were taking advantage of the price increases that were happening across the board in this country in every industry.
So they jacked up the prices, and they were saying,
yes,
everybody else is doing it. We have to do it too.
Now let's bring it back in a little bit. We can afford to do that.
It's the old Black Friday trick, right? Like on Black Friday, where you think you're getting this amazing deal. This stuff is normally priced higher, but then they really jack it up the day before, and they bring it back down to what it was, and you think you're getting some amazing discount. It's not really the discount you think it is. But they've hired John Cena from WWE to kind of be the spokesman for this new value meal. But they've also, and this is from what my sources are telling me, hired AI Joe Biden to be an endorser.
I want to talk about the new menu at Wendy's. Big Macs, fries, nuggets, fries, and horse meat. Did I mention fries? I hope they have a new meal called the Joe Biden meal. A fish sandwich, a coffee, and a whole lot of cocaine. All served with a side of a fresh diaper and hemorrhoid cream. Hope to see you soon at Long John Silver's. I'm
loving it. What a great commercial.
Did I hear horse meat in there?
And I believe you also heard some hemorrhoid cream as well. All the things that you would associate with Joe Biden. 100%. The Colts have fired Gus Bradley as the defensive coordinator. And we were talking with some of the sports guys in the back. It's crazy how this is the one guy where people were like, if you're going to fire anybody first, it should be this guy, right? Every year he's been with the Colts, they've ranked way back in defense, and it seems like he's got an outdated scheme. But now, because people are so ticked off that Ballard's keeping his job, Bradley's coming off like the victim in this all of a sudden. Oh, you're going to fire Bradley, but not anybody else. He's the scapegoat. It's wild how all this stuff has just taken a turn. Like Bradley is the innocent victim in all of this because people are ticked off Ballard's keeping his job.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but don't you think the defense performed well in many games this season? Like half and half? Was it half and half?
Some.
Again, and we brought this up yesterday, or at least I did, that moments of brilliance, flashes of lightning on the offense with Anthony Richardson connecting with Pittman and Pierce and other receivers. Like, how did he make that throw? But not good enough to come anywhere close to winning the division, much less getting in the playoffs.
Right. And this past season, the Colts were 29th in the NFL out of 32 teams in defense.
Okay, well, never mind then.
Previous years, it's been like 26, 24. Every once in a while, you get a great play, but yeah, it's time for him to go. But because Ballard gets to keep his job and the media thinks it's cute, oh, he'll have us out to his house. He'll make us nachos and tacos, and we love his Southern accent. We can't wait for another 7 and 9 year. All of a sudden, Gus Bradley's become like, the martyr in all of this, when he really should have been the first one to go. Crazy stuff. All right, how about this? Caller number 9 right now, 239-9393. We've got tickets to see Brian Regan. Funny, hilarious comedian.
So funny.
Been doing it for a long time. He's playing at Butler at Clues Hall this Thursday, January 9th. Caller number 9, we're going to play a fun little game called Reagan or Regan. Caller number 9 gets to play. 239-9393.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Ooh, up top, bike shop.
Yeah. It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messethorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Brian Regan.
My doctor looked at me and said, Brian, you are way too sedentary. So I vowed in that moment to get a dictionary.
Brian Regan live on stage.
But I haven't gotten around to it, just been laying around the house. Or is it lying around the house?
This Thursday night at Clues Memorial Hall. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com or the venue box office. Don't miss Brian Regan.
Join Mark Patrick Seminars and stop smoking without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Early bird special only $49.99 guaranteed. Also, lose all the weight and let Mark Patrick Hypnosis destroy unwanted cravings. Seminars Thursday, January 23rd at the Holiday Inn Express in Noblesville. Weight loss seminar 5:30 p.m., stop smoking seminar at 8. Or Saturday, January 25th at the Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Weight loss seminar 11 a.m., stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Sign up at markpatrickseminars.com.
B is offering 1 bath remodel for as low as $99 a month or get 2 bath remodels for as low as $249 a month. Call now to schedule that free in-home design consultation. B is offering 1 bath remodel for as low as $99 a month or get 2 bath remodels for as low as $249 a month. Call now to schedule that free in-home design consultation.
Addiction. It's hard on those who struggle with it, but those who love the addict need support too. Matt Baer and Ryan Hedrick provide help and hope with Supporting Sobriety. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and on WIBC.com.
Couple updates here. Mike on Twitter points out it's an 18-week NFL schedule now, so it won't be 7-9. It'd be 7-10 for the Indianapolis Colts. Also, Nigel, you're getting beat up. Everybody says you have to use the app and you get a lot of savings when you order a la carte like that. Like, a bunch of people are saying, dude, use the app. Just pick it up when you get there and you'll save 20%. So, there you go. Mike Brees is filling in for Matt Baer. What's up?
Crash. It's on Southeastern Avenue right by 421 leading on to 74. 65 southbound. Heavy delays from 29th to Meridian. 70 tight eastbound from Harding to the south split. North side of 465 jamming westbound off Meridian to Michigan Road. Going eastbound slow from Keystone to 69. This report is sponsored by B Window. Transform your bathroom with Dream Baths by B. New tub or shower conversions can be installed in as little as 1 day. I'm Mike Priest. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Dalton at Nigel Now. Use the app. It's always cheaper with the deals, rewards, and meal bundles.
Okay.
We've also got Keebler. Use the McDonald's app. Save money. Lots of free opportunities. Logan, you have to use the McDonald's app. It's cheaper through the app. And then Bill tweets at us, after shoveling a foot of snow yesterday, I could probably use one of those Biden fish sandwich value meals for a pick-me-up this morning. Hit us up at Hammer and Nigel. Right now, 29 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center, and it's time to play Reagan or Regan.
And now, time to play Reagan.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Or Regan.
Excuse me, I have a computer. I have a computer here. I don't know how you're going to handle this, my computer.
Reagan or Regan on the Hammer and Nigel show.
Who is he from the future?
Caller number 9 was Ben. Ben, welcome to the Hammer and Nigel show. How the heck are you?
I am so great. It's, really warm down here in Bloomington, Indiana. No snow at all. How are you guys doing?
Man, we're awesome. We're awesome. And we're going to try to hook you up with some Brian Regan tickets here. This is how we're going to play the game. I'm going to give you a fact about someone. It will either be a fact about former President Ronald Reagan or comedian Brian Regan. You get 2 out of 3. We're going to give you these tickets, okay?
All right, I got it. Here we go.
Number 1, got shot. Reagan or Regan?
Definitely Ronald Wilson Reagan.
Yes, Ronald Reagan. All right, get 1 more correct, and we're going to send you into the show. Did a movie with a monkey. Reagan or Regan?
This one's tougher. I'm going to go with Reagan.
Yes, Bedtime for Bonzo. That was the movie.
Wow.
2 for 2. He got the tickets.
I was stumped on that one. I wasn't sure.
Bedtime for Bonzo, baby.
This guy's got
it. It was a trick question.
I mean, it could have been Regan, but I don't know if he's ever had a film career. Just for blanks and giggles, let's see if you would have ran the table. This is a challenging one. Does stand-up comedy...
Regan.
Yes, there you go.
All right.
Ben, my man, hang on the line, and producer Allison will talk to you. She's going to get you set up for those tickets at Clues Hall on Thursday, all right?
All right, thank you so much.
You got it. We've got a couple more pairs of tickets to give away before Thursday, so we might have a day where we give 2 pairs away. We'll probably do that tomorrow to make sure people have time to go to the show. What was the last comedian you went and saw?
Man, it was at Clues Hall, and I can't remember the name of the guy, but he was sort of a religious comedian, very popular, sold out, and I can't remember his name. I went with some
Benny Hinn.
No, not Benny Hinn. No, but that's the last time I've seen a stand-up comedian, and I can't remember what his name was, but it was on the Butler campus. It was really funny, sort of a religious kind of background.
Okay.
Somebody could help me out in the YouTube chat or on X, please.
Allison, last comedian you saw live.
I know. Theo Vaughn, right?
Yeah, I saw Theo Vaughn in November. And then before that, in September, I saw David Spade. So I had a huge fall. I loved it.
Who had a better show?
Ooh.
They're different. I can't compare them.
Who made you laugh more?
I love them both. I love them both. I can't say.
Oh, come on
now. Spade.
Okay.
There it is.
He's the king.
His Hunter Biden is spot on. Like, I don't watch SNL anymore, but I see the clips make their way around social media. When they bring him on for like a guest appearance and he's Hunter Biden, he sounds just like him. He has the mannerisms. It's perfect. All right, do not go anywhere. Top stories next.
Your home is your sanctuary. Get the peace of mind you deserve with a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home from Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. With expert installation and 24-hour monitoring, Generator Supercenter won't leave you in the dark. Financing is available. Take control of your power today with Generator Supercenter. Call 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter of Indianapolis, 317-827-0808.
2025, new year, maybe a new home? If you're ready to get started building your dream home, take a look at what Joyner Homes can do for you. Joyner Homes will be at the Indianapolis Home Show from January 17th through the 26th in booth number 459. This is a great opportunity for you to learn more about their streamlined custom home building process and meet the team members who will work directly with you throughout the entire home building journey. Your dream home made simple with Joyner Homes. JoynerHomes.com.
Better water is getting even better at C&J. Get a free Premier reverse osmosis system when you purchase any water softener and save $990. C&J believes everyone deserves better water, well water or city water. That's why they're investing in you. When you invest in any new water softener from C&J, you also get a Premier reverse osmosis system. That's a $990 value, absolutely free. Call C&J for great systems and great people too. 317-733-SOFT.
Get ready for a hard-hitting Central Division matchup.
McConnell has it up the floor to top it with a right-hand slam.
Two rivals lock horns when the Pacers and Bulls square off at Gamebridge Fieldhouse.
Nemhardy drives through traffic and lays it in, coming in from the left side.
Oh, it's a beautiful early attack there by Nemhardy.
This I-65 rivalry is a can't-miss game. Catch your Pacers and the Bulls Wednesday at 7. Get your tickets at Pacers.com. Pacers-Bulls, Wednesday at 7.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
If your leaky chimney is at it again, there's only one place to call. That's Chimney Solutions. Chimney Solutions has over 20 years of experience inspecting, sweeping, and troubleshooting chimney systems. From repairing your masonry to waterproofing to chimney caps, they handle it all with craftsmanship guarantees. The Chimney Solutions team is Chimney Safety Institute of America certified and members of the National Chimney Sweep Guild. Call Chimney Solutions today at 317-757-6979. Online at chimneyindy.com. That's Chimney Solutions.
Pat Sullivan here with Michaela of Michaelis. If you have water damage, why should you call Michaelis?
Michaelis is a local family-owned Indianapolis company with 39 years experience. On call 24/7, 365. We are IICRC certified and will restore your space to pre-loss condition or better. And we work through the entire insurance process on your behalf to make it easy.
Water, storms, fire, and mold. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIX-INDY.
coming up in 2 minutes. You got plenty of snow the last day and a half, and it could be getting some more. And how Indigo's Blue Line wants to help you get around the city by 2028. Those stories and more coming up after Fox News Radio from the Technology Recycler Studios. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 5 o'clock.
Jimmy Carter at the Capitol. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. There's a service happening now for President Jimmy Carter before he lies in state at the Capitol Rotunda for people to come pay their respects until a funeral at Washington National Cathedral Thursday morning. Seth Jacobson worked in the Carter White House and with him later on his humanitarian projects.
All of us who worked in the presidency and the White House or in agencies all sort of took pleasure in working with him post-presidency because of his dedication.
He was on America Reports on Fox today. Jimmy Carter will be buried in a family plot next to his wife, Rosalind, at a national park named for him in Plains, Georgia. Speaking to reporters in Florida, President-elect Trump won't say he would not rule out using military or economic force to take control of the Panama Canal and make Greenland part of the United States. It's a territory of Denmark now.
People really don't even know if Denmark has any legal right to it. But if they do, they should give it up because we need it for national security. That's for the free world. I'm talking about protecting the free world.
Meantime, a federal judge for now is blocking the release of final special counsel investigation reports on President-elect Trump, and a court in New York says his sentencing on criminal hush money charges may go ahead Friday. The Biden administration is asking a federal appeals court to block a plea agreement for 9/11 attack mastermind Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and two co-defendants that would spare him the death penalty. President Biden's trip to Southern California to announce the creation of 2 new national monuments today's canceled, the White House says, because of a big windstorm there. There are brush fires breaking out.
Southern California is under a red flag warning. CAL FIRE revealing with strong Santa Ana winds and low humidity, any spark could lead to a fast, uncontrollable wildfire spread. The National Weather Service says parts of Los Angeles and Ventura counties could see wind gusts of 50 to 80 miles per hour, with isolated gusts up to 80 to 100 miles per hour in the mountains and foothills.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin in L.A. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
You may not be done with the snow just yet. Cloudy and 24 degrees over the circle. There's nothing to worry about when you check the radar. Will be cold tonight. 11 is your low. I'm Harrison Silcox. For the Michaelis Corporation, here's what's trending at 5:02. After more than a foot of snow in some parts of central Indiana, you could be getting more later in the week.
And there's still some uncertainty about where that system will track as well and how strong it'll be. Bottom line is we're not expecting anything like we did with this previous system.
Mike Kosh with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says temperatures will stay below freezing the next few days as well. Enhancing accessibility and infrastructure is the goal of a federal grant given to Indigo's Blue Line project. John Herrick reports.
Indigo has gotten nearly $150 million from the U.S. Department of Transportation to support the Blue Line. Construction starts this year, and the Blue Line is supposed to be open for service by late 2028. The Blue Line will run for 24 miles and have 12 miles of dedicated bus lanes. Leaders say this money will help make life easier for riders, allow them to make construction upgrades, and increase reliability. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
If you know a student who has a passion for politics, Republican J.D. Prescott of Union City says they might be interested in this program.
It's always a highlight of the season when local students serve as pages at the State House.
He says in the PAGE program, students between 13 and 18 years old can get a tour of the State House and learn about the process of how laws get passed, among some other things. More information is available at IndianaHouseRepublicans.com/PAGE program. And a new development in prostate cancer treatment research has emerged. Ryan Hedrick reports.
Researchers at Indiana School of Medicine have identified a weakness in prostate tumors that could slow their growth by blocking the key nutrients cancer cells need to thrive. This research could pave the way for new treatments for prostate cancer, which is the second leading cause of cancer death in men. The American Cancer Society says 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with the disease. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 5:04.
Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. I'm here with Michaela to talk about water damage. Water damage at your home or business can come from heavy rains, broken or frozen pipes, and countless other ways. Michaela, if someone has a loss due to water, why should they call Michaelis?
Michaelis is a local, family-owned Indianapolis company with 39 years experience. We are manning the phones and ready to help 24/7, 365. Michaelis specializes in water damage restoration, is IICRC certified, and will restore your home or business to pre-loss condition or better.
I know a big part of getting back to normal is dealing with the insurance company. Can Michaelis help there?
Yes, Michaelis works through the entire process on your behalf to make it easy and give you peace of mind.
If you have water damage, call the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and mold, life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY. That's 844-FIXED-INDY. Make it Michaelis.
The traffic on the 5s at 5:05. Here's Mike Priest.
Update on a crash. Westbound Southeastern Avenue now blocked coming off of 421 and 74. So those drivers need to make an abrupt turn onto either Sheridan or Garden. Also have a crash at Canby and Kentucky Avenue. Heavy south on 65 from 29th to Meridian. Eastbound 70 worsening from Harding to the south split. East side of 465 starts slowing northbound around 30th to 69. This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first, so what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Mike Priest. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Expect a freezing cold Tuesday night with lows down the upper single digits to low teens. There's a leeway to a bitterly cold Wednesday under partly to mostly cloudy skies with highs struggling to get into the upper teens to low 20s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna from 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos? So let's rock!
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. Donald Trump, President-elect Trump, just a few days away from being inaugurated, did a presser in Mar-a-Lago earlier this afternoon. I feel like Donald Trump answered more questions from the press today than Biden did collectively in all his 4 years.
And at no point today did Donald Trump pull out a card and say, here's my list of people I've been told to call on, which was just so ridiculous. I mean, that was embarrassing. I don't think that got enough attention. Like, there was a lot of things Joe Biden did that were worth mocking, but when he would pull out a card with a pre-approved list of people he could only call on, or I don't know, somebody would beat him in the back, I have no idea. That was so ridiculous. But, yeah, this one was long. It was wild. It went down a number of different directions, and we've got highlights for you. So let's kick it off here with Donald Trump responding to a reporter who is trying to get him to disclose the military strategy he wants to use when it comes to dealing with Iran.
The last time you were here, you were asked a question about the U.S. possibly launching a preemptive strike on Iran. You said you wouldn't answer that question. Obviously, on Iran. The U.S. launching a preemptive strike on Iran's nuclear facilities.
And I said, I don't talk about it. It's a military strategy.
But it is a legitimate question.
Well, it's not really, because only a stupid person would answer it. Look, it's a military strategy, and I'm not answering your questions on military strategy.
Can you give us all the secrets? Can you give us all the plans?
February 18th. That's going to be the date. February 18th at 4 p.m. That's when we're bombing Iran. It's going to be great. Like, what did you expect him to say there? That's such a ridiculous question.
Was it a legitimate question, though? Donald Trump questioned the legitimacy of the question. Maybe it was a legitimate question, but no competent person in charge would answer it.
You're right, because there hasn't been a competent person in there in 4 years.
Yeah.
Biden may have answered it. You know what? You're right. You won me over. I've done a 180. These reporters are seeing what they can get away with now. They've gotten into bad habits. They could ask Joe Biden, what are the nuke codes? And that moron would probably say it out loud.
You got a pencil? Pen? Some sort of writing utensil? Here we go.
Here's another interesting interaction Trump had with a reporter. Some reporter asked if Donald Trump could assure the world that he's going to try to get control of Greenland and the Panama Canal, that he won't use it with military or economic coercion. Okay? Trump basically says, no, I'm not promising you anything.
Can you assure the world that as you try to get control of these areas, you are not going to use military or economic coercion?
No.
And can you tell us a little bit about what your plan is? Are you going to negotiate a new treaty? Are you going to ask the Canadians to hold a vote? What is the strategy?
Yeah, I can't assure you. You're talking about Panama and Greenland. No, I can't assure you on either of those two. But I can say this. We need them for economic security.
So he's not ruling out militaries, not ruling out economic, ways to get what he wants from Greenland and Panama.
I mean, I hope the military thing was kind of a troll. I don't really need to see military action with the Panama Canal and Greenland. But at the same time, it harkens back to the first part of this segment we had, which is revealing your strategy.
Right.
Right? I mean, what are you going to do in Iran? Well, tell me the plan. No, I'm not ruling anything out. What about Greenland? What about the Panama Canal? I'm not going to rule anything out.
And I think you've made this comparison before. Think back to the old Lethal Weapon movies where Mel Gibson has the gun in his mouth. And he's acting so crazy that you don't think for a minute that he's not willing to pull the trigger. Right? That's how Donald Trump handles a lot of this stuff. He comes off crazy, so you don't know which way he's going to go.
I believe Mel Gibson pulled the trigger, though, and Danny Glover stuck his between his index finger and his thumb in the trigger.
Danny Glover's a very underrated actor. Very underrated.
Like he stopped the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I mean, John Bolton, kind of the war hawk in Trump's original cabinet, didn't really know. Look, guys, North Korea. Look, I don't want to nuke you guys, but I got this guy back here, John Bolton. The leash is a little loose on him, so I don't want to nuke you guys. I don't want to do anything, but this guy's in my ear, so you better get your crap together.
And in the background, Bolton was like Rodney Dangerfield's bodyguard in Back to School.
Yeah.
He's crushing a napkin holder, and he's standing up, and he's got a Nuke the Whales T-shirt on. This may be my favorite part of everything that Donald Trump had to say today. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the Gulf of America.
We're going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which has a beautiful ring that covers a lot of territory. The Gulf of America, what a beautiful name. And it's appropriate. It's appropriate.
Gulf of America, Nige. I'm here for it. USA. USA.
Oh, boy, you should see. Again, Donald Trump is just making people melt down. There are individuals on Facebook that are just so, they are apoplectic that Donald Trump would hold a press conference on the day of President Carter leaving Georgia. You know, Jimmy Carter passing away.
Right.
And now he's lying in state. And I can't believe Donald Trump would have this guy Dave Crooks. Good God. What? I mean,
aren't there some former WIBC workers who used to be here when the station wasn't as successful as it is now?
It has nothing to do with Jimmy Carter. It has nothing to do. I mean, this guy is going to be the president of the United States, and he is trying to get his ducks in a row, planning to make America great again, and social media melting down again.
He speaks to the press for like 2 hours, and again, the liberal turds, some of which who used to work here, are melting down because their guy could not do that. There's no way Joe Biden could have pulled off what Trump did at Mar-a-Lago today. You might not like the answers Trump gave. You might think it's a little bit over the top, but Trump spoke to reporters that hate him. He called on reporters that are friendly. He works the room. There wasn't a pre-approved list like a little panty waist like Biden would pull out. This was interesting. Like, we're joking about the Gulf of America, but this probably was the most interesting part of the press conference today. So there's a guy named Steve Witkoff. He's Donald Trump's Middle Eastern envoy. So his job is to basically work with Israel, work with Hamas, try to arrange some peaceful negotiations here. Steve Witkoff, he's up there talking. Donald Trump's right behind him. He was asked if there's going to be a hostage deal done by the inauguration. And while he starts answering, you're going to hear Donald Trump just lean in. There better be. And then kind of gives a grim warning to Hamas at the end as he hijacks the microphone.
Are you confident there'll be a deal before January 20th, or is that something that's likely to happen? If there's a deal even at all, we've been hearing this now for the better part of.
I know. I would say
they better be
right. I would say that the president is exasperated. I don't want to talk for him, but look, I don't know anyone who delegates better than President Trump. He gives us a lot of authority to speak on his behalf, and he exhorts us to speak emphatically. And emphatically means you better do this, because the alternative.
All hell must be paid if they don't release the hostages.
Well, do I have to define it for you? Look, all hell will break out. If they're not back by the time I get into office, all hell will break out in the Middle East.
Can you elaborate?
And it will not be good for Hamas. And it will not be good, frankly, for anyone. All hell will break out. I don't have to say anymore, but that's what it is.
Yeah, I wonder, and it's not going to be the United States necessarily. They're going to have permission in terms of Israel and what they're going to do to get their hostages back. I feel like Israel's been a little hamstrung, a little, kind of reined in by the Biden administration. Don't get me wrong, they've kicked ass. They've decimated. But
the pager explosions was phenomenal.
That was incredible. But now that Donald Trump is taking over, he's going to take the reins, the leash off. And if those hostages aren't back, okay, Israel, now really do your thing.
Right. The gloves are off. Go for it. Do your thing. But yeah, that's a grim warning to Hamas.
Good.
And again, part of what Donald Trump was doing today was this thing, man, this press conference, it went in a number of different directions. 1 minute, you're threatening Hamas. The next minute, you're talking about how soon can we get election results.
One of the things we're going to do is we've got to fix the election so that we get honest counts and they get done by 10 o'clock in the evening or something thereabouts. They have places where they're still counting votes.
Now, I love that idea. Don't get me wrong. I think we all were surprised that we found out who the president was in the same night that we went to go vote. But you've got states that are straight blue, like California. They are in no rush to count votes. You've got a blue governor. You've got a blue attorney general. You've got blue mayors in all your major cities. I don't know how Donald Trump is going to pull this off, but I wish him the best. As Donald Trump would say, wish him the best.
Wish you the best.
And lastly, Donald Trump says he is prepared to use economic pressure to force Canada to become part of the United States.
Canada and the United States, that would really be something. You get rid of that artificially drawn line, and you take a look at what that looks like, and it would also be much better for national security. Don't forget, we basically protect Canada. But here's the problem with Canada. We're spending hundreds of billions a year to protect it. In trade deficits, we're losing massive. We don't need their cars. You know, they make 20% of our cars. We don't need that. I'd rather make them in Detroit. We don't need the cars. We don't need their lumber. We have massive fields of lumber. We don't need their lumber. We have to unrestrict them because stupid people put, restrictions on, but I can do that with an executive order. We don't need anything they have. We don't need their dairy products. We have more than they have. We don't need anything. So why are we losing $200 billion a year and more to protect Canada? And I said that to, as I called him, Governor Trudeau.
Which I believe was the beginning of Trudeau's downfall, when Donald Trump referred to him as Governor Trudeau.
Oh, so good.
Canada, the 51st state.
So Canada might become a state. We might get Greenland. It's the Gulf of America, and Hamas is on notice. There was a lot going on today at Mar-a-Lago. Mike Priest, he is on notice, and he's filling in for Matt Bear.
And I've got a mess for you on the east side of 465. Solid southbound delays from 70 to before Washington. Car fire is cooking. Emergency equipment has the right lane blocked and lots of smoke blowing across both sides of the roadway. Also have a crash on the northeast side, 79th, just east of Fall Creek. And in Carmel, there's a crash on City Center Drive at Rangeline Road. This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote. Today, you're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Mike Priest. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
You know who has to be really pissed about this whole Gulf of America thing?
What's that?
Johnny Cougar. John Cougar Mellencamp. Because in little pink houses, vacation down at the Gulf of Mexico. Now you're just going to have to, put somebody's voice in there. America. Vacation down at the Gulf of America. Well, Johnny Cougar's probably fit to be tied. 29 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Are you okay with this? Next.
Voice of Health Minute with Dr. Robert Prather of Holistic Integration. We're talking about healthy fat loss. What does that look like?
There needs to be an understanding of what causes it. We actually try to fix the body so that it's working correctly. If you have a low thyroid, there's no way that you're going to lose weight. The endocrine system is one of the things that we certainly look at. You have to look at the digestive system, see if it's all working right, which no one's is. Diagnostics are absolutely critical. What we do is we go through the whole system, find out what is some of the disease process that's actually going on, and then what we do is we get the body to work correctly. We're not just trying to get the symptoms under control. We're actually trying to get the body healthy. If you get things working right, the fat starts to go.
Right.
If you didn't lose an ounce, this would be good for you.
The Voice of Health with Dr. Robert Prather. Sundays at 8 p.m. or anytime at thevoiceofhealthradio.com.
Since Busey Bank first opened our doors in 1868, we have built upon a tradition of close relationships and broad financial capabilities. Our experienced team provides the highest level of personalized service to ensure we accomplish your goals, simplifying your wealth management and business lending needs and ensuring a legacy for generations, building business, growing wealth. Since 1868. Member FDIC.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Book your custom patio project before March 1st and save up to $2,500. Indy Decorative Concrete, the patio experts. Big enough to service, small enough to care.
Are you really okay with this?
Are you okay?
Everything's gonna be okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm pretty far from okay.
Are you okay with this? On the Hammer and Nigel show. Oh, yeah! Hammer, lots of people dropped spare change in Salvation Army kettles over the holidays. We know this. The station knows this. We set a record raising money for the Salvation Army during Radiothon last month. A few random do-gooders in at least 10 different states tossed something much more valuable in those kettles. Gold coins worth thousands of dollars. Here is a representative from the Salvation Army talking about these gifts.
There was a dollar bill that was completely taped up and wrapped up. From what I can see, the last 4 years, we've received a gold coin in our kettle buckets. We have absolutely no idea who is giving the coin. This shows me that there is compassion left in this world, and that there is still a chance for people in this world, and that God is just so good.
I'm assuming you're okay with this.
No, I'm not, because it feels like to me there are too many things that can go wrong between time you drop that gold coin wrapped in $1 in the kettle to the time it makes its way into the bank account of the Salvation Army? What if you get somebody that takes it back, that's not paying attention? Oh, here's $1. It's wrapped up. I can't get it open. Whatever. Sets it to the side. Throws it away. Something like that. Just donate that money or donate that coin directly to the Salvation Army. Sell the coin, get the money, and put that into the account directly.
A lot of variables there that could happen.
Too many people will have their hands on that kettle, on that coin, before the time it makes its way into the bank account. I get somebody who wants to make a story, but dude, when it comes to charity work, just give them the money.
According to a survey, nearly half of all Americans carry backup underwear with them in case they have, quote, an accident.
Backup britches.
Are you okay with this?
Yeah, I get it. I get it, man. Listen, people are on the go these days. They got places to go, people to meet. You can't be making, plans, where you're going to be late because you crapped yourself. So you got to have a backup plan. And if you can carry an extra pair of undies with you, absolutely. Now, I'm looking at this report here, this study. This is more common among younger generations than it is older people.
Oh.
Because I would have thought the old folks thought, hell, I'm 60, I'm going out, can't trust a fart, better take some underpants. But no, these are young folks deciding, you know what? I don't know what the night may bring, but just in case, I'm going to be overly prepared. 60% of Gen Zers and 57% of millennials say they have just in case underpants. So my question to you, Allison, as the youngest one in this room, has there ever been a time where having a backup pair of britches has crossed your mind?
No, but I feel like maybe it should.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd rather be safe than sorry.
At Tampa International Airport in the early 2000s, I left a pair of yellow polka dot Abercrombie & Fitch boxers in the bathroom.
R.I.P.
What happened to him, Nigel?
Well, we were leaving back from spring break, all my buddies, and I'd had a lot to drink and eat that day at the airport, getting on the plane, and something happened, and...
Happened on the plane?
No, before I got on the plane.
Okay, well, that's
But
good.
let's just say I was commando.
Did anybody see you throw the underpants in the trash?
No, I was in the stall. I was.
But there's not always a trash can in the stall. You had a trash can in the stall?
Trying to flush them down the toilet?
I may have just kind of wadded them up and left it in the corner.
Oh,
nice.
dude.
It wasn't that...
There was poop in it. You left it in the corner instead of throwing it in the trash.
A little bit. There was enough where I didn't feel comfortable getting on the plane. But
you felt comfortable leaving it on the floor for everybody else to see? What is wrong with you?
What do you mean, what's wrong with me? I thought I was doing the right thing.
Put it in the trash can.
Put it in the trash can. It's right there. Don't leave it on the floor. Somebody's going to get off their flight. Oh, man, I really got to pee. They walk in there, and they're going to see you, your drunk ass, loaded with enchiladas, and your crapped-on boxer shorts in the corner. All you had to do was walk 2 yards and throw it in the trash can, you lazy.
I did not do that. Yeah, they stayed kind of underneath the toilet in the corner, wadded up.
This is why we can't have nice things.
This is why we have to have backup britches.
Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday was National Bean Day, while we're on the topic.
What a great segue.
No lie, today is... Okay, so yesterday was National Bean Day.
Okay.
Today is National Pass Gas Day.
You're making this up.
I love this show.
No. I would not put something on the air that was not true. I was just honest with you about my life and what happened with me at the Tampa Airport in the early 2000s. Today is the National Pass Gas Day. Are you okay with this?
Well, yeah. Listen, I don't care how old I get. Farts will be funny. Like when I go to Subway and I say, hey, put some mayonnaise on my sandwich, and they take the bottle and I hear it go, I laugh. You know why? Because I'm always going to be that 12-year-old, 13-year-old kid that thinks farts are funny. Which brings us to great moments in passing gas history. Before we get into this, here's a little announcement to celebrate this special date on the calendar.
January 6th was National Bean Day.
Yes.
And if you celebrated and are feeling the effects today, you're in luck.
Oh.
Because January 7th is National Pass Gas Day. Free yourself. Let it out.
And I think that's what National Pass Gas Day is all about. Just don't hold it in. It's very healthy for your gut to let it out.
And if you think we're being juvenile here, how about the minority speaker in the House of Representatives, Hakeem Jeffries?
The American dream possible. We will fight hard for the freedom to vote. Fight hard for the right to vote. All right, Hakeem Jeffries. You know who's in your corner? Representative Eric Swalwell out of California.
The president used taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help him cheat an election.
And last but not least, great moments in passing gas history. This may be my favorite. Talk show host Wendy Williams. She's doing her monologue. She's doing a rant.
Yep.
She has a burp, but the burp triggers a fart.
And she probably got 5 new boyfriends. We haven't caught anybody coming out of the house yet, but just a matter of time. She's not lonely. I apologize.
That audible groan from the audience right
Ooh,
there.
There was a gasp.
Oh, great moments in passing gas history. All right. From there, we're going to make the show a little bit classier.
Oh, sure.
We're going to do caller roulette. Anything goes. 239-9393. If you want to talk about Donald Trump, if you want to talk about the Colts, if you want to make a run at Allison or talk about Nigel's crapped on boxer shorts, whatever you want. If you want to tell us a joke, try to make us laugh, caller roulette, 239-9393. No swear words, keep it brief. Other than that, it's the Wild Wild West. 239-9393. Your calls right after Harrison Silcox gives us the news.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Your furnace will be getting a workout. Cloudy with temperatures to the mid-20s downtown. All clear with your radar, low of 11 tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 5:31. Most of the state that got snow is still covered in it, and it's not going to be warming up anytime soon, says Mike Kosh with the National Weather Service.
So over the next 24 hours, we're looking at high temperatures in the mid to upper 20s. That's about 5 or so degrees below normal. Tonight, it looks like low temperatures around anywhere from 6 degrees to around 14 degrees.
Kosh says more snow is possible on Friday. Animal neglect is what police say was happening at a home in Evansville on Monday. John Herrick reports on the dog's death.
10-1-2, shots fired.
That's body cam footage from an Evansville police officer after he shot and killed the dog, who police say was charging at him and acting aggressively, and the dog later died. On Tuesday, police said the owner's been charged with animal neglect, and Animal Control says they had previously responded to that home 16 times. John Herrick, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
Donald Trump is continuing to threaten taking control of the Panama Canal and Greenland. Fox's Nate Foy reports.
He did not rule out the possibility of using American military force to acquire the Panama Canal or Greenland. Donald Trump Jr. and several Trump representatives landed in Greenland for what's being called a personal visit as Trump pushes to purchase the country. The president-elect threatened to use economic force rather than military force to facilitate a possible merger with Canada as well. Outgoing Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau posted on X, quote, "There isn't a snowball's chance in hell that Canada would become part of the United States."
Trump also said he would try to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. If you know of a student who has a passion for politics, Republican J.D. Prescott out of Union City says they might be interested in this program.
It's always a highlight of the season when local students serve as pages at the State House.
Prescott says in the page program, students between 13 and 18 years old can get a tour of the State House and learn about the process of how laws get passed. More information available at IndianaHouseRepublicans.com/page program. And former President Jimmy Carter's state funeral proceedings began in Washington, D.C. today as his motorcade stopped at the Navy Memorial. Naval officers signaled the arrival of Carter's motorcade. Carter's body will lie in a state of rest at the Capitol Rotunda until his funeral Thursday at the Washington National Cathedral. And with traffic at 534, here's Mike Priest.
And on the east side of 465, it is crawling southbound from 30th to before Washington. That vehicle fire is out, but there's still a lot of emergency equipment on the right shoulder. 65 packed in south from 29th to Meridian. 70 heavy eastbound from Tues to the south split. This report is sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Book your custom patio project before March 1st and save up to $2,500. Big enough to service, small enough to care. I'm Mike Priest. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Mike. And here's your forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
This afternoon, temperatures not climbing much. Mid to upper 20s, mostly cloudy to partly cloudy. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, low temperatures in the upper single digits and low teens. On Wish TV, Storm Track 8 meteorologist Ryan Morse for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the Level on the Go and on WIBC.com.
Buckle up. Anything can happen here.
Oh, hell yeah. Let it ride. Let it ride.
Hammer and Nigel present Caller Roulette.
Responsible radio programs have their producer screen out the call. They find out what you want to talk about.
Right.
They coach you up a little bit. We don't do that around here. All we get is a name. We have no idea what these people want to talk about. But if you're on hold, or maybe you're still trying to call in, all we ask is you keep it clean and you keep it brief. Don't give us some long-winded story, okay? We follow these rules, we're going to have a good time. Anything goes here with Caller Roulette. Allison, do we have the dump button ready? Rock and roll. All right, Jeff is up first. Jeff, get us going.
Hey, an old tradition of mine was I'd have guys come down to my place and we'd sit around the fire pit, and the topic came up about the old tradition of Indianapolis. And it was like, hey, man, remember the old White Castle that was like 20 by 20 foot or whatever, you know, on Virginia Avenue? It was like so small. So then the next guy steps up at the fire pit and says, hey, do you remember this old sign that used to be in front of a dryer's cleaner's place? And when you drove by, it said, drop your pants and jacket off here. When you drove by that and if you thought about it for a few seconds, the deviant person in me thought about, man, that's insane. So then the smart ass of the group sets up, weren't they next to the two Wong brothers from China that had a diaper cleaning business that said two Wongs can make it right? White.
All right, thank you, Jeff. We're off and running. Did you get all that, Nige?
Yeah, unfortunately, I did. I did get all of it.
Frank.
Thank you, Jeff.
Frank, get us going. What's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey, Frank.
I'm curious about these Colts, man. We still got coaches. Did we get rid of all our coaches?
No.
Pollard, is he gone yet, too? Or what?
They're running it back, Frank.
Oh, no.
The only person that they have gotten rid of at this point is the defensive coordinator, Gus Bradley. But Ballard's coming back. Steichen's coming back. Sounds like Anthony Richardson's coming back. I mean, why wouldn't he be? He's on a rookie contract. So if you liked everything you saw this year from a team that was eliminated with 3 games to go, get ready, Bal. They're running it back.
Thanks, guys.
You got it. Larry is up next. Larry, welcome to the Hammer and Nigel show.
Hi, boys. You know, if I was Anthony Richardson, I wouldn't be so much about telling those defensive linemen that I got a back problem. They'll be taking a bounty out on his back the next time you turn around. But anyway, I just remind people that the legislation is getting ready to start up tomorrow, and I certainly will be over there. More people need to come down there to see, especially the campaign against Greg Taylor. You know, I read in the Star what he actually done to these women that are accusing him. So we need to get him to resign his seat immediately. And anyway, I think Governor Hogan, I've known him for many years when he was first pinch hitting for Mitch Daniels on the property tax caps. And, Rob don't let me drop messages on his answer machine no more, because the real problem with taxes here in the state of Indiana is Mitch Daniels. He destroyed our Constitution when he eliminated the third paragraph of Article 3 and of Article 8 in our Constitution, which deals with school funding. It said the General Assembly may place a tax on the property of corporation for common school purposes. That's 50% of our budget. And now that they're not collecting that, it's in chaos. And all these people like Brahms and there are other people who are talking about fixing the problem, they need to repeal property tax caps. It's the only way it's going to happen. That's Mitch Daniels. But anyway, I'm looking to having a fun time over at the State House.
That was the longest run-on sentence I've ever heard in my life.
Larry, go over to that State House and raise hell, my brother.
Well,
go over there and fight the good fight, Larry. We got you over here.
It's cheaper than Vegas.
You're right. It's Larry. He's going to be over at the State House tomorrow. He's going to be fighting for property tax relief. I love it. Let's go. Bill is up next. Bill, what's on your mind?
Well, I'm one of them genuine hillbillies from Virginia, and I got a joke for you from that, appropriate to that region. I learned when I was just a little boy.
Oh, boy.
There's this preacher walking down the sidewalk, and he noticed this little boy sitting at the edge of the curb. The little boy had a clear bottle of liquid, and he turned it upside down and watched the bubbles go up. Then he ran the other direction, watched the bubbles go up. And the preacher said, "What you got there, son?" And the preacher says, "I got the most powerful liquid in the world." The preacher says, "Well, what is it?" He says, it's turpentine. The preacher says, "You're mistaken, son. The most powerful liquid in the world is holy water. You rub 3 drops on a pregnant woman's belly, and she'll pass a boy." And the kid said, "Well, shoot, preacher. You rub 3 drops this on a cat's ass, it'll pass a motorcycle."
On what? You rub... I have questions, and then Hammer just raised his hand to me like, stop, don't even ask.
Mark is up next. Mark, welcome to the Hammer and Nigel show.
Welcome. I listen to you guys all the time.
Right on.
But
Thanks,
you
Mark.
make a mistake.
Uh-oh.
You make a mistake. You say you're on from 3 to 7. You guys leave at 6. It's just a recorded line from 5 to 6 that you've already done. If you guys could get it right, I might listen a little bit more.
Mark, we're number one with or without you, so with all due respect, and I do mean all due respect, you can kiss my ass. Who's on the air from 6 to 7 p.m.? What's the name of the show that's on the air from 6 to 7 p.m.?
Well,
oh, that's right. It's Hammer and Nigel. That's right.
That's a shame.
This is, what a way to wrap this up. Charles, welcome to the Hammer and Nigel show.
Yeah. It's always a pleasure talking to the modern-day Abbott and Costello, nonstop, stay number one, and disregard the last phone call. What was called real quick is hard to believe how the holidays have come and gone, and I still say holidays, even though it's Merry Christmas and the rest, we still take Christmas. One of our New Year's Eve discussions was, the old deal is Die Hard and Lethal Weapon Christmas movies. Somebody brought up one, and I'd forgotten all about. Who can forget the French Connection? Gene Hackman dressed as a Santa Claus chasing a dope pusher down the street.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. And listen, I think a case could be made, Charles. Hear me out here. A case could be made that a Christmas Story should fall into the category of an action movie. If Die Hard can be a Christmas movie, A Christmas Story should fall into the action category because there's gun violence, there's fights, there's language, there's animal cruelty, there's all of that stuff going on. I think that it could be Rambo, right? All the things I just ripped off could be Rambo.
Or D, all the above.
100%. Charles, you're a damn fine American. You're a patriot. Thank you for calling in. And this has been Caller Roulette here on the Hammer and Nigel show.
Hi, this is Denny Smith for Exercise Inc. A lot of folks give up on their bodies in their 40s or 50s. Statistically, we gain 1.5 pounds every year past 50, and it's usually a tough slog to fight that. 19 years ago, I took a friend's recommendation, and I went to Exercise Inc. for one of their free consultations. Me? I didn't want to get heavy. I wanted to stay trim and in shape, and that was really a struggle. 19 years ago I went, and 19 years later I'm still going every week. They've helped me to reach and maintain my health and fitness goals, and they do that with specific strength training in only 20 minutes a week. You've just got to try this health and exercise approach, and the consultation is free. My guess is that, like me, you'll be skeptical for the first couple of weeks, and then it happens. You'll feel better. You'll probably lose some weight, and you'll probably look better, too. Go to Exercise Inc. today and sign up for a free consultation. Avon, Brownsburg, Zionsville, and Greenwood, now in Fishers, too. ExerciseInc.com.
Hey, Bill, where you been? You're overdue for a haircut.
Man, listen, my water pipes burst and flooded my house. Place is a mess. I've been staying with my daughter till I can figure out what to do.
You trying to fix it and move back in?
No way. It's too big a mess. It'll cost me tens of thousands of dollars. I ain't got that kind of money.
You trying to sell it then?
Well, that's what I'd like to do, but who's going to buy my house in this condition?
Did you call Simple Quarters?
Simple Quarters?
Simple Quarters bought our house when we were in a jam. We needed to move real quick. They closed fast and gave us cash.
Simple Quarters will buy in any condition?
That's right. They buy as is. You don't have to repair anything or clean anything out. It's simple.
What do I have to do?
Just call them. They'll do a quick walkthrough, then they'll make you an offer.
Simple Quarters is a local Christian company that loves to help people in difficult situations. Call Simple Quarters at 317-900-HOME. That's 317-900-HOME. Check us out at simplequarters.com.
Pat Sullivan here with Michaela of Michaelis. If you have water damage, why should you call Michaelis?
Michaelis is a local family-owned Indianapolis company with 39 years experience. On call 24/7, 365. We are IICRC certified and will restore your space to pre-loss condition or better. And we work through the entire insurance process on your behalf to make it easy.
Water, storms, fire, and mold. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIX-INDY.
Tech scams, identity thieves, data leaks. Hearing about these online threats every day can be stressful. But don't worry. McAfee Total Protection is here to help you live a worry-free life online. What does worry-free mean? Well, it means you won't have to wonder if that text message is a scam, if new threats will pop up on your PC, or if you're safe from identity theft. Visit McAfee.com/online protection today to get award-winning online protection for just $39.99 your first year. That's McAfee.com/online protection. Cancel anytime. Terms apply.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Thinning hair? This year, grow your hair back like I did. Call 317-522-2995 or visit WeGrowHairIndy.com.
It's time to ditch big wireless. Pure Talk gives you unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month on their 5G network. Dial pound 250 and say keyword switch now to save 50% off your first month.
B is offering one bath remodel for as low as $99 a month or get two bath remodels for as low as $249 a month. Call now to schedule that free in-home design consultation.
All day to WIBC, but you don't always have time. Don't worry, there's a podcast for that. The WIBC Mashup. Daily highlights from your favorite hosts, Tony Katz, Kendall and Casey, and Hammer and Nigel. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, Mike Priest is filling in for Matt Baer today. What's going on?
Still some pretty lousy traffic around 79th and Fall Creek with ongoing crash cleanup. 69 southbound, heavy 82nd to 465 with a stall partially blocking the exit ramp. The west side of 465 is packing in northbound 56th Street to 65 with a crash in the left lane. This report is sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Book your custom patio project before March 1st and save up to $2,500. Big enough to service, small enough to care. I'm Mike Priest. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
29 right now at the American Standard Heating Weather Center at 93 WIBC.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
On the YouTube chat, Photo Girls says, in regards to our previous caller, Roulette, That was giving me flashbacks back to when I would screen 911 calls. It was
caller roulette on Tuesdays. Always a favorite.
Always.
I can't wait for caller roulette on Tuesdays.
Always.
Wow.
Coming in with that song right there, Get Low by Lil Jon. I was telling Allison this during the break because somebody said something in the commercial where I heard 365. And that's a line in the song. 365, damn good time. Give it to me one more time.
Sure.
So when we went to Key West a couple weeks ago, we had a layover in Atlanta. So there's a Popeyes in Atlanta. We had about an hour to kill. It's like, you know what? I want a Popeyes chicken sandwich. So we're waiting in line at the Popeyes, and the ticket that they called out was 365, 365. And I looked around and nobody was doing anything, but there was another white dude that was next to me. We kind of just made eye contact and went, 365, damn good time. Give it to me one more time. I was so let down by the crowd there. Now, I'm not trying to racially stereotype, but I would have thought the number one place in America somebody would have done that with me was the Popeyes in the Atlanta airport.
And it's you and another white guy.
Just me and some pasty white dude, yeah. He looked like the dad from Family Ties, Michael Gross. But he knew Lil Jon's Get Low, and we were the only ones. Sock it to me one more time.
I'm surprised you found a place in the United States that actually served Popeye's crispy chicken sandwiches.
Oh, they're available now. I think the great chicken sandwich wars of a couple years ago that cost millions of dollars and cost thousands of lives have finally come to an end.
Remember we had the manager of Popeyes come in and bring us several different types of chicken sandwiches. Hey, these are real. Here you go.
People were getting shot for those.
They were delicious.
Oh, yeah.
I understand it.
Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich, to me, is the number one seed in the chicken sandwich bracket. Now, this is going to upset a lot of people. Chick-fil-A's are not that great. Chick-fil-A's nuggets, the best. But Chick-fil-A's sandwich, I'm going Popeye's every time.
Too. No question.
And if you really want to ruffle some feathers here, KFC's chicken sandwich.
I haven't had it.
Oh, it's good. The original recipe, chicken sandwich, their fried chicken. But it's on the sandwich.
Never had it.
It's good, man. And it's big, too.
And honestly, I haven't had a Popeye's chicken sandwich since the time the general manager came in here and gave it to us years ago.
Now, why did he come in? Do you remember why he came in?
Because we were questioning
whether they exist.
Whether they were even real.
Right.
Yeah.
We said it was just like Bigfoot. Everybody talks about these amazing chicken sandwiches, but every Popeyes you go to, they're out.
And people were waiting in lines for hours.
Getting in fights and shooting people, and it was a mess. So we thought, you know what? Maybe this is just some marketing worm that says, we're going to fool everybody. Tell them we got the best chicken sandwiches in the world, but when they get there, we're, quote, sold out. Wink, wink. So the manager of Popeyes, God bless him, came into studio, brought us some sandwiches, and we were won over. That was it, man.
Spicy with the mayo.
Oh, so good.
Man.
So, yeah, Popeyes spicy, KFC regular, and then Chick-fil-A. But if I'm going nuggets, I'm going Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
Dateline, Georgia. 43-year-old inmate was caught trying to smuggle multiple items in his rectum.
I'm sorry?
43-year-old inmate in Georgia busted trying to smuggle multiple items inside of his rectum, including...
I heard you say multiple.
Vape canisters, syringes, vape cartridges, batteries, and a cigarette lighter.
That is quite a cavernous rectum you have, sir.
2 vape canisters, 4 syringes, 1 vape cartridge, 3 batteries, 1 cigarette lighter, 64 grams of weed, and a partridge in a pear tree. That's what this guy had inside of his anus, trying to smuggle it into the jail.
Puke. That's going to make me vomit.
He's now facing multiple charges, could be looking at more time. He was initially locked up for theft, possession of meth, and violating parole.
I wonder where they found that meth. The authorities had to find that stuff somewhere.
Do you still want to hit the vape, even though you know it's been in this guy's rectum.
Yeah, vape. I mean, like it's not like it's weed or meth or heroin. Like you have to have it.
Right. You
Vape is
choose
vape.
to do this.
Yes.
Are you willing to put your lips on an item that was in a 43-year-old Georgian's anus? Ask yourself those questions. We've got another hour to go. Yeah, the Hammer and Nigel show. It's going to be on the air, coming back for another hour. Get ready, pal. It's going to be the greatest hour of your life. Top stories and a lot of fun coming up next.
You wake up feeling like you just boxed 12 rounds. Some wake up sweating with sore jaws, headaches, and a lot of our patients complain of brain fog. I'm Dr. Madan Kandula, and these signs, often joined with snoring, are sleep apnea symptoms. And if this sounds like you may have been in a struggle last night between you and this serious disorder. Many people aren't willing to fight back. But the fact is, you can't go through these nightly struggles without ramifications that each night chip away at your life's expiration date. I get it. You don't want to wear a CPAP mask. You may find out you don't need one. We have every effective sleep apnea solution available. And believe me, the mask is the last resort.
It's time to take action to stop your sleep struggle. Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Results may vary. Most insurance accepted.
Hi, I'm Dwight Freeney. Recently, I had